Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hazerec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Waukeeny Game Time Boosters, Sheer Designs, Waukeeny Animal Hospital, and Earl Liquor. They're proud supporters of the Trego Golden Eagle students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Pit Road Liquor, Old 40 Auto Care, TWI Insurance Services, and Professional Fire Equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you will be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you. A special thanks to the La Crosse Game Time Boosters, Rush County Insurance, State Farm Agent Brock Whitmore, and Farmers Insurance Agent Mark Ballman. They're proud supporters of La Crosse Leopard students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Professional Fire Equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
Good evening and welcome everybody to another Friday night of high school football here on Nex-Tech Game Time. This is our Nex-Tech Game Time pregame show, and we're coming to you live tonight from Waukene for a Game Time Game of the Week featuring the La Crosse Leopards traveling to take on the Trego Golden Eagles. I'm Curtis Brown. I'm here with Chris Lee, and Chris, we got a pretty big ball game tonight. District titles on the line for District 7 and 8-man 1.
Yeah, this should be a fantastic matchup. Two contrasting styles here. Trego has pitched 3 straight shutouts, and the week before that only gave up 6 points to Stockton. La Crosse has a high wire act offensively, pass the ball a lot, but they are more balanced this year than they've been in the past, though.
Yeah, La Crosse comes in. They've been coached by their longtime coach John Webster. They're 4-2 on the year, 3-0 in district. They put up 36 points per game on offense, give up 19 on defense, and like you said, they've won 3 in a row. They're coming off a 52-6 win against Maxville. Trego, led by their longtime coach Pat Haxton, they're 4-2 as well, 3-0 in district. They score 35 points per game. They got the 8th best defense in 8-man 1. Just give up 14 points per game. Like you said, the Golden Eagles have won 4 in a row, 3 shutouts by the Golden Eagles. What have you seen from these two teams this year?
It's going to be really interesting to see. Like I said, the Crosse, they last year they threw the ball almost 60% of the time. This year they're down to 40%. But tonight it's going to be a real challenge to throw the ball. Even a swing pass, I think the wind could knock it down, make it really difficult. Waukene's a more balanced offensive team. That's got to favor them a little bit. But this is a fantastic matchup. Like I said, this is what you want this time of year.
Absolutely. And La Crosse, they're led. They've got their senior quarterback, Caden Morgan. He's thrown for 770 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's also ran for 541 yards and 4 touchdowns. Their senior running back, Gage Burke, he's ran for 253 yards and a touchdown. He's got 43 catches, leads the team 43 catches, 389 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Both Morgan and Burke, they lead the team in tackles with 40 and 39, respectively. Burke's got 3 sacks, Morgan 4 interceptions. Like you said, they like to put the ball in the air, but tonight's going to be a little challenging to do that. What do you think they're going to do to kind of adapt to the weather tonight?
I think when you're throwing with the wind, you're going to have a lot better chance of doing. When they're going into the wind, it's going to be really difficult. You know, another thing I thought of as I was driving over here tonight, special teams will be a nightmare tonight too. When you punt into this wind, I don't know, and if you're 4th and short, you may go for it even if you really don't like your chances of making it, because punting into this is going to be difficult. I think we talked to some people beforehand, they thought that maybe the wind would die down a little bit over the course of the game, but it's pretty darn gusty right now.
It is. And Waukene, they're, like you said, they're more balanced on offense. Their quarterback by sophomore Ashton Wynn, he's thrown for 419 yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, ran for 385 yards and 9 touchdowns. Their senior running back Quentin Waltz added 234 yards and 5 touchdowns on the ground. Junior Jaron Winholtz and senior Corbin Mysick and sophomore Aaron Sampson, they've combined for 376 yards, 7 touchdowns. Sophomore linebacker Cass Smith leads the team with 51 tackles. Both Wynn, Caden Bliss, and Sampson have over 30 tackles, kind of a group effort on defense. Wynn's got 3 interceptions, and Walt has 2 sacks, and the Golden Eagles have forced 8 turnovers on the year. Can the Eagles kind of hold La Crosse in check tonight and put up enough points offensively to win this game?
I think they can because, like I said, the wind's going to be such an equalizing factor. It's just gonna be really, and the La Crosse coach, a veteran guy. He has more seniors on his roster, I've noticed too. He's got more experienced kids. They probably played in some conditions like this before, so they probably have some ideas of what they can do. But their playbooks will be really limited. You know, that big play sheet you usually have, it's not going to be available to you tonight.
Yeah, and then La Crosse is definitely the more senior-laden team than Waukene. Waukene won this there. It was a shootout last year, 84-46. That's the only game that I've seen that they played in at least 20 years. It's been 20 years since Trego has won a district title in football, and they're looking for their 3rd consecutive winning season. They haven't done that in 15 years. So a lot on the line here for Trego at home with the district title on the line. How do you see this game playing out?
Boy, I think that, this is a young Trego team that's grown a lot. They opened the season and Hoxie, smoked them, but Hoxie smoked a lot of people this year. So there's no shame in that. But they're young, but they've grown, they've come along. Boy, 14 points tonight might win this game. Unless there's like, screwy kind of special teams plays or something that come into it. But, 13 to 14, I like their chance to win tonight.
And lacrosse, only 4 2-point conversions successful this year. And so, I mean, in a close game, these are two similar teams. Like in a close game, a 2-point conversion here, a turnover here could mean big deal. Several big games in the area tonight, Chris. Hayes High's at Liberal. Atwood's at Oberlin. Norton travels to TMP. Quinter takes on Hoxie. Russell's at Phillipsburg. Stanton County is at Plainville, and Sacred Heart travels to Smith Center. Any of those games kind of catch your eye?
I just happened to look at this as I was coming over tonight. Keisha Cover talked about the Sylvan Lucas Victoria game. Both undefeated, both veteran coaches. Whoever wins out will win that district most likely. I didn't realize this, but 12 kids from Wilson now play for Sylvan Lucas. That's really bolstered their program. That should be a fantastic game. Also, just talking about Hayes High Liberal a little bit. Hayes High runs the ball. Liberal, who's 6-0 and has a chance to clinch the WAC tonight. Their Kappelman's their quarterback. He's thrown for like 1,200 yards this year. You're not throwing for a bunch of yards tonight unless the weather conditions are a lot different in that game.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll keep you updated with the scores on the Nex-Tech Wireless scoreboard throughout the evening. But for now, that's our Game Time Tonight pregame show. Coming up next will be the scouting report presented by Nex-Tech Wireless with interviews from tonight's coaches. And after that, we'll be set for kickoff. So stay tuned. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Right now we've got 2 kids that are injured and out for a while. We've lost one kid to a fracture in his leg, Alexander Heemstra, who was playing running back and defensive line for us, and then Trenton Skillett, who played on all of our special teams, broke his wrist in a JV game a couple weeks ago. And so other than that, we're pretty healthy, other than, typical week 7 bumps and bruises. Obviously we wish we were 6-0, but we do feel like we've learned from every game we played. We played a really quality Victoria team week 2 that caused us to really think about some things we were doing. It made us better at the end. Our kids competed hard. And then Central Plains, we turned the ball over 5 times to them and lost and had a bunch of penalties. And the kids have learned from that as well. We protected the ball better the last 3 games. Up until last week, our penalties were cut way down. And so I feel like big picture, being 4-2, we're at a good spot. And the most important thing is we've gotten better each week. And as long as we continue to do that, I think that helps us keep our season rolling, keep the win streak we got rolling. Just continue to learn from it and be better after every game is the big thing. I feel like they've kind of got a similar schedule to us as far as they played Hoxie and Hill City early and had good games with them and probably feel like if they could have done some things differently, they maybe come out a little different. We have similar scores with Maxville and Kiowa County, and so we're kind of looking ourselves in the mirror. I feel like they obviously do things a little bit different. They're a lot bigger than us. I feel like we've got some more speed at positions than they do. But I feel like this is going to be a good football game. I think it's going to be a game that goes the distance, and it's going to come down to the team that turns the ball over the least and commits the least penalties.
Okay, so not a game like last year.
No, I hope we don't give up. I think they're still scoring from last week. Last year we gave up a ton of points. We had a real hard time defending their passing game with the Day kid and the Wilson kid, and then the Kinnerconnect kid came out of the backfield and ran all over us. So, they have different pieces. They're counting on a lot of sophomores to be their primary ball carriers and weapons. And so, we got different kids to prepare for this year. That size up front, that's something we worry about because we can't coach that up, and they are pretty big, and we got to make sure we play with great pad level and technique to have a chance to neutralize it. First is protect the football. In the wind that they're forecasting for Friday, protecting the football is going to be very, very big. When it's at our back, we need to be able to throw effectively and not just take deep shots because the wind's back there. penalties. Penalties are going to be huge in a field position game. And then special teams, I think, are going to be really, really big because of that wind. If you're punting into a 50-mile-an-hour wind, who knows where it's going to end up. If you're going to kick off, it kind of restricts you to squibs and onside. Now, when it's at your back, you got a pretty good chance of putting it into the cemetery up at Trego. So, but there's that is special teams. I think is going to play a big role in who comes out successful this week because the wind is such a big part of it.
First of all, we're really healthy right now. We've got everybody back for this week, and that's nice. We've been missing a center in the last couple of weeks, and he's back. We actually going to play him at left guard now this week, and so we've got a new center in. But we are healthy. And to answer the question about them playing, man, they are playing really well right now. I'm so happy with the progress they've made. They come to work every day and never question what we're doing and try to get better every week. And they're running really hard right now and playing really fast. So that's a very, very plus for me. We haven't got a ton of offensive reps the last few weeks. Defensively we're playing really, really well. So we have to adjust things because of who we have, but for the most part, I think we've developed on the things we started on, and obviously added a few things offensively. We had we're not a throwing a ball deep kind of guy, team, and we aren't going to score every play. We don't have a chance with Owen Day or Gunnar Wilson to score every play. So we're having to rely on our offensive line a little bit more, but the young kids, my skilled kids that have came in, have just done a tremendous job. We did play real well against Hoxie week 1, and we kind of knew that going into it. And Hoxie was ready to play, and we really weren't. And we played better. We started playing a little more fast, I suppose, a little more aggressively defensively against Hill City, and we've really challenged them every week since then to play at an intensity that the opponent can't play at, and they've prepared that way. We talked to them about preparing that way also, out-prepare your team. And I can't say enough positives about the way they're reacting to what we're asking them to do, and the way they're coming to work every day to get better. Yeah, we're 3-0 in our district, so is La Crosse, and really they've played Pratt Skyline, who's also 2-1 now. We have not. We've played the other 3 teams, and the scores are pretty similar to what we have with La Crosse, and they also played a couple pretty good teams. They got 2 losses against Victoria and Central Plains, 2 pretty good football teams this year. So it's a challenge. I'm not going to get a lot of sleep. It's one of them things.
Okay, how do you match up with them?
I think match up pretty good. They got some skilled kids that are really good. I think my skilled kids have gotten better up front. They're aggressive and they come off the ball hard. They put their eyes on people, and we try to do the same thing. I don't even know how to call it. I'm just hope the kids show up and hope the kids play hard. We have to be more disciplined. Truly, I know that seems like a simple thing, but we can't turn the football over, and we have to run as hard as we can every defensive play, because La Crosse is good enough that if we don't, they got a chance to score. Because he has some skilled kids that are really, really good, and they're going to give us different looks than what we've had, in the last few weeks anyway. I think the key to the whole thing is us being disciplined and then trying to play at a level they can't play at.
And 2. Should be a pretty so special team kicking, and that's
Yeah, I think it's going to be a nightmare for you. You got to think it's going to affect the Crosse more because they're more reliant on the passing game. And I think I mentioned this in pregame, but I mean even little passes like just little you're flipping it out there on the edge, to attack the perimeter. Now you might think, well, let's do a long handoff, or even a pitch might be a little dicey at times because it's really gusty.
Yeah, it's really gusty, and it's supposed to kind of die down throughout the evening, but we have seen no signs of that tonight. And so there's even the coin flip. If you see it out in the middle, the coin flip went about 5 yards, about hit one of the lacrosse players. So even the coin flip's a struggle.
Well, that just tells you down there on the field that this is a north-south facing field. The wind's primarily out of the north. So for 2 quarters, it's going to be a nightmare. But even with the winds at your back, you're throwing a little out pattern. It's going to be really easy just to sail that over somebody's head.
So it looks like the coin flip was won by lacrosse. And see what the decision is, and they're going to receive the opening kickoff. And so Joaquini's going to take the win. So that's kind of a strategy there by both coaches.
Right. As I say, most games you don't give a lot of thought to which end you want to defend. Usually you tell your captains which side you want. But tonight that's a big deal. The quarter that they have the win at their back, you want to kind of possess the ball as much as you can. I know we were talking about last week's game, rolled through really fast because there are no incomplete passes, very little stepping out of bounds. For right now, when you're with lacrosse going into this wind, that's the strategy you want to have is we don't want to stop the clock.
Yep.
Try to keep that clock rolling.
So back deep for lacrosse will be John Dornbos and Gage Burke. Dornbos averages 17 yards per return. Burke 18 yards per return. And kicking off will be number 3, Jaron Winholtz, 36 yards per kickoff, 5 touchbacks. And this is a perfect conditions to get another touchback on the year.
Oh yeah, just get it up in the air and let it roll. I'm actually kind of surprised they're not a little bit further. Obviously, if it's over your shoulders, you're probably just going to let it go.
And you may see, I don't know, you may try like a squib kicker here or something if you know it's going to go out. So we'll see. There's the kick, and it is a little squib.
Yeah,
and it's going to be picked up and dropped at the 18, and that's Burke or that's Dornbos. He just got on it. He kept trying to get the ball up, but his eyes kept coming up, and he couldn't get the ball.
Cass Smith was on the coverage there for the Golden Eagles. So Trego or lacrosse will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
And we expect here, normally lacrosse working out of the shotgun, just one running back, 2 receivers, and a tight end. We'll see what they come out with. Up front, Hoover, Behringer, and Decker. None of them really that big.
We got a clock stoppage. What are we?
Well, our clocks are now showing 99-0.
Uh-oh.
And we about had a game that earlier this year up in Thunder Ridge. It wasn't 0, but it was close. So now they're getting everything reset. Still shows 91 minutes left to go.
The amazing thing about Thunder Ridge game is the other team kept scoring though too. They didn't give up. You have to give them credit.
Yeah, you score 92 points and you don't 45 a team in 8-man. That's
that's pretty wild.
Yeah. So all sorts of. Did talk to the athletic director Sampson down there. He said he got the light bulbs all put in, and so all scoreboard works now, and so they've got that figured out after just a little glitch. So 1st and 10 here for lacrosse at the 18-yard line.
When they first came out, that looked like that little shotgun formation, and that's not a very far snap. It looks like they're about 5 yards back, but when Trego gets those snaps, so going back into that might be just you better get a good spiral on it.
Looks like 2 tights here for lacrosse. Morgan had the shotgun, and he's going to keep it off the right side, and he's met there. Good penetration up front for the Golden Eagles. That is number 7, Aaron Sampson from his linebacker spot with a tackle.
Yeah, their nice penetration here. Looks like Trego got up on the other side of the ball and really didn't give him much of a chance to get in going there.
Trego plays, it's interesting little defense. There's 2 defensive tackles, then they've got a defensive end on one side, and their outside linebacker kind of plays on the other. So it's like a 4-man front.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's up on their feet, though. And there's a little early move there
Right
by
guard.
the Crosse, and now negative play on first down, Chris. Now a penalty on second down, and
Especially when you're going into the wind, this is going to be tough. And like we discussed a little bit earlier too, lacrosse. All right, you say, all right, 3 and out, we're going to have to punt. Well, punting is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah. Yep. So now second down, 16 from the 12-yard line. Still 2 tights. Morgan now going to give to Burke, and he's got a hole up the right side, and he's up to the 20-yard line. Give him about 8 yards on the carry. Good carry on second down to get back into at least manageable third down.
Right, yeah, they got a chance now. Aaron Sampson on the stop there. He looked like he drugged Sampson a little bit. Sampson, we talked about this earlier. Trego is quite a bit younger. Sampson's a 5'11", 163-pound sophomore. Cass Smith, the other linebacker, sophomore as well.
Yeah. So now 3rd and 8, and Morgan's going to keep it up the middle, and he's brought down just short of the first down. Cass Smith there on the tackle, and that's going to be about a gain of 6, and he's going to come about 4th down and 2, about 2 yards short.
And see, ordinarily you'd say that's probably a punt deep in your own territory. Tonight, maybe not.
Right.
They look like they're getting ready to run a play. So,
yeah, I mean, if you may not get many yards off net yards off this punt.
Right.
So, yeah, unusual to go for it, but and the conditions may call for it tonight. So 2 tights for Morgan out of the shotgun. Burke the lone setback. Now in motion. Going to give to Burke, and he's met in the backfield, but lowers his nice, tough run there by Burke. He was hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but kept his feet moving. He's got a first down.
yeah, it looked like Quentin Wald had the penetration there from his nose spot, but just couldn't bring him down.
Yeah. So they do a little trap there. That would look like the right guard, Chase Decker, came across on a trap. Walt just beat him to the punch, but couldn't bring Burke down. Tough run there by Burke. Gives the Leopards a first down.
Yeah, but just keeping that clock running for the Leopards is a big win.
And this is Burke again off the right side. Cass Smith again meets him. They'll give him a couple yards on first down.
It's interesting. Lacrosse right now is keeping a lot of stuff to the inside. They went off tackle once, but they're really not attacking their perimeter at all. They're just going to mano a mano on the inside right now.
Yeah, up front for the Golden Eagles, Caden Bliss, the junior, Quentin Walt, the senior, Graydon Dynas, the junior, Smith and Sampson, the linebackers, Winholtz, Wynn, and Brown, the defensive backs. And a high snap over the top of Morgan. He gathers it. Looks like he's just going to throw it. And there's a flag down back where the quarterback was taken down. This may be roughing the passer.
Wow, that was quite a turn of events. It looked like it was going to be negative yardage, maybe 8-10 yards, and now it might be positive yardage if the penalty is roughing the pass, which it appears to be in that spot.
Yeah, Morgan did a great job of just picking that ball up and getting it away.
Yeah, and that takes just a lot of poise. Morgan being a senior, he's – I don't know how many years he's been a starter, but you can tell that he has a lot of experience in that role.
And so that's a big, big penalty there on the Golden Eagles. Will give Lacrosse a first down into Trego territory at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I'm sure if you'd asked the lacrosse coaching staff and said, hey, you're going to get a couple first downs on that first drive, they'd be happy to take that just to eat up clock.
So now Twins receivers to the left for Morgan out of the shotgun. Burke the lone setback. 1st and 10. Everybody up the line of scrimmage for the Golden Eagles. Giving a lot of room to that slot receiver. See what the Leopards will do here. Now in motion, Burke goes out wide. Morgan's just going to take it on the quarterback draw, and he's brought down. Looks like Sampson was the one that got him tackled. I kind of dazed off there. I couldn't see exactly where.
Yeah, Sampson on the tackle.
Was.
They gave all that eye candy to the near side here to the Trego sideline. I was almost expecting a little boot action or something back to that empty side, but.
So 2nd down and 7 from the 31-yard line.
I think sometimes you're going to play like that just to see how Trego's going to respond to it, too.
Two tights for Morgan. Now running the option, going to take it on a quarterback keeper, gets across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Stopped there by Caden Bliss.
Yeah, the true option here.
Yep. A good read. Yeah, it was Sampson that took the pitch, man. So good read there by Morgan. Just cut it up and got what he could. So this is 3rd down and 5 for sure. Now you're in 4-down territory.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. So now he can say, well, if we can get 3 and 2, we're going to be okay, or 3 and 3. It doesn't. And they've got to be pleased with they've been able to do this all on the ground.
Two tights and now just
Left
an early
guard.
move, man. I tell you, that's now you're at 3rd and 10. Now you're looking to get 5.
Yeah,
You
now
gotta
you're
get
off
5.
schedule. Yeah. They were on schedule before. Now they're off schedule.
And the scoreboard again is all messed up.
Oh, no.
So I don't know how much time was left. But yeah, they're
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
bringing the
figure-
officials together. I'm guessing they're talking about how we're going to administer that part of the game now.
So now it's back to working. Looks like 7:34 to go. First
Well,
quarter.
if I'll
yeah.
quit shuffling my feet up here, maybe it'll work.
Maybe,
I don't
are you
know.
kicking the wire?
Maybe I'm kicking the wire over or something. I don't know.
Well, nobody's come and bothered us yet. So
Yeah. If someone comes in here with an angry look, we'll
Yeah.
know. So
well, now it's all. Yep. Now it's showing 99 minutes left to go. So yeah, I don't know. All this is all wireless stuff now. So they did say that the opposing team last week, their headset was kind of interfering with the scoreboard.
Oh, really?
And
Interesting.
so I wonder if that's happening again tonight, which
Well, that'd be something that'd be kind of hard to test in advance. I mean, they're sending both teams to the sidelines, so.
yeah, I wonder. This is going to be difficult to figure out. But while they're taking a break, we're going to take a quick break too. So stay tuned. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. Hopefully they got the scoreboard figured out. 7:34 left first quarter. No score. 3rd down and 11, Chris. And so we just seen one of the coaches for Joaquini, his play sheet went flying down the sidelines and almost went across the railroad tracks.
Yeah, some good hustle there by the coaching staff, but I'm sure they'd rather be on the sideline getting ready for the next play.
So 3rd and 11. They're talking to La Crosse's coach. I wonder if they're going to try to keep the time down there. It's going to make our job a little difficult, but it may be easier for them all to keep it on their watches. So we're set to play. 3rd and 11 for La Crosse. 2 tight ends for Morgan out of the shotgun. And this is a give to Burke, and he's off the right side, and he's brought down for no gain. Quentin Walt was there, and Aaron Sampson as well.
Yeah, it looked like they pulled their flanker back across to try to get, 31. That's their guard. Tried to get him out in front, but there was just nothing doing there.
Yeah, and nice read there by Walt. Yeah, the guard went out instead of across the formation. Went out. He just got on his hip pocket, made a good read, and made the tackle. So now 4th and 12. La Crosse can throw the ball, but they're going to throw into this wind tonight. Burke is their leading receiver, and I think he went forward on his motion. So,
Penalties have really undone what was a nice drive for La Crosse. Of course, they were helped by a penalty on Trego as well, but
he just Burke just ran straight to the line of scrimmage from his running back position. So I think, he's a pretty good receiver. I think he leads the team in receptions. So now Burke again. And they're looking to throw. Morgan under pressure gets the ball tipped, and it's going to fall incomplete. That was Caden Bliss there with the tip.
Yeah.
And that'll be a turnover on downs, and Joaquini's going to have a ball right at midfield here.
Yeah, Caden Bliss came from his left defensive end spot, got up in the quarterback's face, and then obviously altered the flight of the ball. So,
yep, and there's the scoreboard again gets messed up. So
got a halftime score here. Must have kicked off early. Plainville's at Stanton County 44-0. Plainville is right now in command of 1A District 8. I'll go over that later when we have more time.
So 1st and 10 here for Joaquini, 2 tights for them. Now man in motion. I'm going to give to quarterback's going to keep it, and he's brought down. Number 65, Connor Beringer.
Yeah, came from his right defensive end spot. Yeah, he saw that at the guard tried to influence him by coming across, and he said, no, I'm going to stay at home and squat here and be ready for something coming back at me.
So 2nd down and 10, no gain on the play.
And for Trego here, if they have to punt, it's not going to be nearly as tragic for them as it would have been for La Crosse.
2 tights for Wynn out of the shotgun. And he's going to keep it, going to run an option, and just keeps it up the middle, going to get a few yards, going to get about 8 on the carry. Tough run there by Wynn. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Looked like Braden Groombine on the stop there. He got carried for a little while, but
broke 3 tackles there. Good tough run there by Wynn. So now 3rd down and 3 for the Golden Eagles.
Very manageable down the distance here on schedule. And like I said, this is certainly 4-down territory too. So if they want to throw it, they could, with the idea we can still come back and run it next play.
Smith in motion, and they're going to run that direction. Wynn's got the 1st down, still on his feet, and he gets close to – there's going to be a flag. I think it was aiding the runner. You seen looked like Walt out there, I believe, helped him from going down and allowed Wynn to get about another 5 yards on the carry, but that's –
Yeah, that was quite a convoy they had on that play, though.
Yeah, 2 tights over there on the right side, and aiding the runner.
Yeah.
So right there, Walt kind of just slung him forward for a couple of yards, just swung him there.
Well, at that point they had the 1st down too. That's what hurts about that is you didn't need to do that.
So let's see where this penalty gets him.
And that's not a foul you see called very often. And when you watch the NFL anymore, you've got all that crazy stuff going on, quarterback sneaks now. The high school kids watch that stuff and think, well, that's okay. And I don't think in the pros they actually grab them around the hips and throw them forward.
So a 5-yard penalty is going to be close to a 1st down. And they're not going to measure. They're going to eyeball this, and it's going to be short. Be 3rd down and 1. But it's less than 1. Just on the other side of that 30-yard line.
Boy, this would be a down if you wanted to play action pass.
Yep, 2 tights for the Golden Eagles here. Now in motion is Sampson. Motion's back to the left. And this is Wynn going to go that way. Gets out wide, gets to 1st down, and brought down there by Caden Morgan. But that'll be about 3-yard gain for Wynn. It'll be enough for a 1st down.
Boy, Trego's going at this. This is all a no-nonsense attack. Mind us a little bit of last week's game that quarterback's just taking the snap, get a bunch of bodies out in front of me, and let me figure it out from there.
Yeah, it's just going to straight up, and we're going to run at you. You're going to have to try to stop us, is what this is. And they've got the line up front. Malay, Yingling, and Dinas. They're 233, 252, and 181. They're big up front, a lot bigger than the Leopards. And now Wynn going to throw it. Has his man on a slant and just dropped it. That's Jaron Winholtz out there. Boy, that was a bullet from Wynn, and it just couldn't hang on to it.
Well, in a night like tonight, you say, well, why is he drilling that ball in there? Well, some of it is is the way the wind's blowing. If you float it, it's going to carry, and it is a little cold too, so your hands may not be quite as supple as they'd ordinarily would be. But boy, that was a nice play design, and that's going to open some things up because I haven't been watching what they're doing at the safety level, but I don't think they've got anybody deep. I think they're just manned up on the corners because obviously they're pretty obsessed right now trying to stop Wynn running the ball.
Yeah, and Wynn just bobbled that snap a little bit. They may have thrown the timing off just a bit. So now still 2 tights for Wynn out of the shotgun. And, we got a flag and a delay of game on Joaquini. So penalties for both teams kind of
a lot of penalties early on, and this late in the season you don't expect to see that. Like I said, it tough conditions to play in, but usually you've gotten a lot of these kind of penalties out of your system.
Yep. So 2nd down, 15. Sampson in motion, going to run this option. Wynn's just going to keep it up the middle. He's got some room. Breaks a tackle across the 20, down to about the 15-yard line. Will be a first down for Ashton Wynn. And a good read there. Just able to, a lot of room up
on the
front.
tackle, but I don't see that in the program. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah, I think that was 56.
56, okay. Yeah, that's Massimo Lari.
So big run by Wynn, and that'll be a first down. And we're under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. I believe the scoreboard is not acting right tonight. So now Smith motions way out wide. And it's going to give to Walton. He's met in the backfield. That was Gage Burke from his defensive end spot. Read that all the way.
Yeah, let's see the replay here. See what we see.
Yeah,
he just gave a swim move there and underarm swim and then swim. Yeah.
Yeah, you see an arm come up as a lineman, you got to punch that arm.
Oh
pit,
yes,
punch that armpit.
You got to make that hurt if he wants to expose that rib cage But it's a pretty slick move on his part. A lot of quickness there.
Yeah.
Like I say, you don't want to be big and slow on that.
Right. No. Yeah, Burke was quick getting in the inside. Kind of a gamble, too, because if you get hooked, that's a big play.
Yes.
And now looking to throw. Ball tipped in the air. It's going to be picked off. This is number 22. That's Dornbos with an interception. Nice job of getting your hands up as the defensive front, and Dornbos makes the play.
I'm thinking that's Burke that deflected it too, wasn't it?
Yep. Looks like from that defensive end job. Nice job. If you're going to get blocked on those pass plays, get your hands up.
Yes.
It's a nice play there.
And, we knew coming in this game that Morgan would play a big role in this game, and we knew Burke would play a big role. Burke's playing a big role on the defensive end as well. Yeah. And for Trego, it's you moved the ball, you showed some nice things, but, boy, you've lost a lot of the first quarter.
Yeah.
You may not get another crack at the wind until the second half.
Right. So 1st and 10 here for La Crosse. Burke in motion now. Morgan, the lone setback, looking to run on the quarterback draw. He's got some room, tripped up. Nice tackle again by Cass Smith.
Yeah.
We call his name quite often here on defense.
Sophomore, like I said, that's pretty special when you have 2 sophomore linebackers. They must have a lot of faith in Sampson and Smith because at the linebacker level, you've got to help line the defense up sometimes. You've got to diagnose some of the secondary receivers. Obviously, you can't get caught up in a lot of eye candy either.
They're wrestlers too, so they can tackle.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, there's another tackle. It looked like that's Sampson in the backfield there making the tackle on Morgan.
Boy, that's a quick read by Sampson to get from the linebacker level to get back there for that.
Yep, he was playing. They've got him playing kind of up at the line of scrimmage. It's a little, and they're bringing their safety. Wynn is coming up, almost playing like a second middle linebacker at times. So they're daring La Crosse to throw the ball.
Yeah, well, which ordinarily you would not do that. If this were a normal game, there's no way you would evacuate the deep safety position like that. I got a feeling in the second quarter they're not going to be doing that.
So 3rd and 8. Here's La Crosse looking to throw. Morgan's got time. Lobs it up for his receiver, and he makes a play on it, makes a catch there. That's Lee I'm going to mess this up. Number 8.
Holopyric.
Holopyric, yes. That's
Darius Brown was not in poor coverage position, but he's got to compete a little more for that ball.
Holopyric just he timed it just right. He went and high pointed that ball.
Yes.
And made a nice catch.
And that says something about Morgan's ball that he throws a pure enough ball that the wind doesn't just knock it down. Morgan is a 3-sport star, also a good baseball player, good basketball player. That's the new thing now with quarterbacks. You want to be multi-sport kids.
Hoxie and Quinn are scoreless after the first quarter.
Wow.
Morgan looking to throw those high out of his receiver. That's Dornbow's.
Yeah, Quinter. Go ahead.
No, there's a flag down. Looks like a procedure call. Yeah. Maybe somebody covered up on the line.
Quinter's missing their star fullback linebacker, Lakin Getz. He blew out his knee in last week's game, and he's done for the season, and he likely won't play basketball either. That's too bad. He's a really good thrower. Hopefully can get the knee healed back up and get ready for track. Quinter had a fantastic track run last spring and ended in some controversy in the 4x4.
Yes.
But
yeah. You hate to see it in like that. So that penalty's declined, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Trego's thinking partially on that might be we want to get the ball back as soon as we can.
Right. Scoreboard shows 1:01 left in the first quarter. I don't know. It keeps going off and on, Chris. I don't know if I trust it, but that's what it says. It says a minute and a second. So 2 tights again for Lacrosse. Now motioning Burke out as a receiver. Morgan just going to take it up the middle on a dive play, and he's met again there by Cass Smith. Gets a couple. Make this now 3rd and about 8. Boy, they're defending that quarterback draw pretty good tonight.
Number 18 goes limping off the field for Lacrosse. That's Tyron Steinert. Okay. He wasn't in the starting lineup, so he may have just come in to spell somebody for a play or two. And
so now just the first quarter winding down, 3rd down and 8, 20 seconds to go. This will be the last play, looks like. Now Morgan looks like he's changing the play at the line of scrimmage under. Oh, he takes a huge hit by Walt, but Berg jumps up and makes the catch. Morgan is coming up slowly. Walt put a hit on him, but a great catch there by Burke.
Wow, it's interesting that if he audibled that, which it appeared he might have, that's interesting. He would do that here with you're just about to get the win for the second quarter.
Pretty strong arm to get that into the
wind. Heck yes. And like I said, he obviously have a lot of faith in Burke to go up and high point that ball just like Holopyric did as well. And there's some teams you'll see them at pregame, they're throwing 100 balls like that, just high point balls.
So that should be the end of the first quarter. We'll see what kind of what's going on. The scoreboard is just still not working the best. So, that will be the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless here from Waukene, 0-0 into the wind, and now Lacrosse is going to get the ball. They're going to get the wind here, driving on Waukene. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get the second quarter underway. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
A special thanks to the Waukene Game Time Boosters, Sheer Designs, Waukene Animal Hospital, and Earl Liquor. They're proud supporters of the Trego Golden Eagles students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Pit Road Liquor, Old 40 Auto Care, TWI Insurance Services, and Professional Fire Equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
Nex-Tech Local 1. We start this second quarter 0-0 our score, and pretty good. Kind of we had a lot of penalties that first quarter, Chris, and a turnover. But
I think this is a win for La Crosse. They got out of the first quarter not behind. Got a quick score for you. Victoria's head of Sylvan Lucas 6-0. That game will likely determine who wins District 5 and D2.
So now first down and 10 for La Crosse. They can still get a first down here without scoring a touchdown.
And Trego will move the ball into the wind. I mean, they didn't use the ball much. It's just going to be harder for them on defense. And defense is Trego's strength. They threw 3 shutouts coming into tonight. Plus, they gave up only 6 yards to play before. And someone told us that was a special teams or it was a scoop and score or something. It wasn't even an offensive touchdown that Stockton scored on.
2 tights for La Crosse out of a pistol set. And they get the Burke up the middle, and he gets it to about the 8-yard line. So
Curtis, you had noticed in the first quarter that Trego was, that was the Crosse that was cheating up their safety. That's right. It'll be interesting to see how
Trego's cheating their safety up. He's coming up playing almost a linebacker spot.
Right, but so now if they do that, they might get busted in the chops on a deep ball over the middle.
So the scoreboard here, there's interference happening with the scoreboard. It's gonna stay accurate. It's just not gonna read accurate all the time. So. Trying to get that figured out here. And now Morgan going to roll to his left, and it's thrown over the head of his receiver. Boy, with that win. But there is a flag down, and it'll be interesting to see what this is. It was one of the La Crosse linemen was on the ground, and they threw the flag.
Well, I think he's still in the free blocking zone, so I don't think – no, that's cut a chop block, an illegal chop.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought he was –
another –
well, he looks like he's in the free blocking zone, but maybe, I don't know. Officials have a tough job. I don't like to criticize officials.
Maybe somebody else was engaged in that block.
Well, that's true. Could be. It could be a high-low situation. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So Smith Center had a Sacred Heart 6-0. Norton's had a TMP 7-0. These are all into the first quarter scores. And, of course, our score at the end of the first quarter was 0-0.
And another penalty is going to hurt La Crosse here. Both teams struggling with the penalties tonight, but just notified we changed the frequency on our headsets or changed the channel. So hopefully, if it's us that we're messing it up, that'll stop. But
they did say that they were having some trouble though before we went on the air. So, but I mean, we need to try to do our part to help out too.
So now second and a country mile. They got to get down to the 1-yard line for a first down. And now there's movement, and this is going to go back another 5 yards. So that was the tight end, Dornbos, with a false start. So
well, like you said, and what's unusual about this is at this point, early in the season you see a lot of this stuff. Kids are excited. And, obviously kids are amped up for this game. This is probably going to decide the district.
So now it's looking to throw across the middle and then out of the hands of Holopirek, just a little behind him.
Yeah, he turned him around just a little bit. But he's throwing with the wind now, so he doesn't have to drill the ball in there. He could throw it with a little more touch, too. But it's quarterback's tough job tonight because it's not a consistent wind either. So, anyhow.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's in gusts. And it may look like maybe it's kind of tamed down just a bit, but we're up here in the nice, cozy press box, so we can't say much. So 3rd and 27, Burke motioning out looking to throw. Morgan over the top, has his receiver, and he makes a catch. It's going to be for a score. That's number 8, Holopirek for the score. Nice pass by Morgan. Just laid that over the top of the cornerback.
Yeah,
he had good position.
28-yard pass from Morgan to Holopirek.
Yeah, great. A pretty good coverage out there. And Morgan just throws a dime, drops it over the top of the defender. That's Darius Brown.
And like I said, there's some teams you see they will work on this a lot, even in pregame. But obviously, they spend a lot of time in practice. And to be honest, for a high school corner, this is kind of tough to defend because they don't have a lot of opportunity to work on those type of skills.
So 2-point conversion. Lacrosse only completed 4 of these on the year, and then Morgan's going to come up short. So only have converted 4 on the year, and they just struggled to get that 2 points.
Isn't that crazy? But as you get closer to the postseason, these are the kind of things that'll keep you up at night.
Yeah, you leave them points on the field. But what a throw on 3rd and 27. Morgan just laid that in a great position, and it was on a rope.
Right, and Holperic, 5'8", 110, sophomore. Obviously got good hand skills because that's his second ball like that, high point ball that he went and picked up. So
and Brown covering him. He's just 5'8", 131-pound sophomore. So, but good pass there by Morgan gets Lacrosse on the board. First touchdown scored in a long time on Joaquini.
Now your boys at Thunder Ridge they only scored 20 points in the first quarter tonight. They're ahead of St. Francis 20-0. So that Thunder Ridge will face Sharon Springs the last week of the season for what will be the District 8 D2 showdown there.
So back deep here to receive is it's Quentin Walt, I believe, back.
Boy, that is who that looks like, number 88. And that's interesting because Quentin Walt also plays nose guard.
Yeah. Windhold.
Oh,
There's an
onside
outside kick, and Caden Bliss with a nice job of recognizing that and getting on that ball.
And that takes some courage to do that. There's a technique you just kind of slide around the ball, but you know that there's the possibility of you getting lit up, especially if it would hop up. It can be pretty dangerous. But the good news for Trego is you have nice field position almost at the midfield stripe.
Right. So heads up play there by Bliss gives pretty good field position for Joaquini. Now receivers split each way for Wynn out of the shotgun. Smith now in motion, getting back to a tight end spot. And this is Wynn up the middle. He's got some room, and he's up across the 40 or 35-yard line down to the 34-yard line, so give him 7 on first down.
Yeah, it looked like it was Chase Decker on the stop. Decker is on our starter list, but they may be just rotating some people through.
Yep.
When they brought Cass Smith back to that flanker spot, they were able to get him up into block and be an additional lead blocker.
Yeah, it looks like, Joaquini is using their 2 tights to just come in and block where, you see Lacrosse, they're looking to throw from there.
Yeah, very different approach as far as, high pointing versus just a lot of grunt work.
Here's Sampson back in, and there's going to be another penalty here. Was there motion, dead ball, delay a game again? That's the second delay a game on Joaquini. And again, penalties for both teams are just making this a lot harder than what it should be. So Cass and Sampson, both the sophomore linebackers, they also rotate in, bringing the play in for their tight end positions as well. Now a receiver split each way for Wynn out of the shotgun, looking to throw. He's got his receiver in and out of the hands of Winholtz. I think Winholtz took his eye off the ball just a second and couldn't haul that one in.
Yeah, here's our replay here. Kind of drilled that ball in there, but that's what you're going to have to do going into the wind. You can't just float it out there because it'll flutter, and then you're going to get picked, and that's a pick 6 if he picks it off there.
Yep. So 3rd down and 8 for Joaquini.
And Joaquini, especially since they like to run the ball, they can think about this as a 4-down situation.
Now Sampson in motion, going to run the option that way. He's going to pitch it. Sampson's got some room off the right side. He's got a first down. Takes a big hit and knocked out at the 20-yard line. But Wynn on that first quarter had kept that. This time does a nice read and pitches it for Sampson for a big gain.
Yeah, Connor Umbarger is going to take Connor Barger is going to take a big hit at the end of this. That was a nice look on that option.
So 1st down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Now kind of a pistol I formation set for the Golden Eagles. This is another option off the left side, and they're going to pitch to Cass Smith, who's crossed the 15 down to the 13-yard line. Kind of similar to some of the things you've seen from KU this year.
Yes,
a lot of option from all sorts of different players coming into option.
Well, and the nice thing about doing that is you get, I mean, you keep people fresh, obviously, but it's hard to sometimes you have tells, and it kind of gives plays away. You've got all these different people involved that helps kind of take those tells away.
It's not too tight for Wynn. Walt, the lone setback now. Sampson motions out. And this is just a quarterback sweep, and Wynn's across the 5, and he gets down to the 4-yard line. They're tackled, looks like by number
Grumbine, I think. Yeah, the first one there.
Had a lead blocker out there.
Like you said, but rather than having a guy in pitch relationship, that guy led up on the next guy. So like I said, they're giving subtle changes in how they're running that, but obviously it makes it a little more effective because if you've got a guy thinking, all right, am I have an option here? Well, no, I'm getting hit in the face by the guy that was the pitch man. So
first and goal now for Joaquini, back out of this I formation, and this is a give to the fullback Walt, and he's going to get into the end zone for the score off the left-hand side, and Quentin Walt puts the Trego Golden Eagles on the board with a 4-yard touchdown run, and there's the cannon getting shot up.
Yes. 9:48 left here in the second quarter. So after having a scoreless first quarter, now we have the fireworks going off literally and figuratively. So.
So now 2-point conversion here to take the lead for Joaquini.
Like you said, and with this game, if it comes down to PATs, you got to favor Trego.
So now split receivers looking to throw, and in and out of the hands of Winholtz again, and the 2-point conversion fails. So 6-6 is our score, and you see Coach over there trying to get some encouragement for Winholtz. He's
Winholtz
had a couple drops today.
Yeah, Winholtz is a big part of the program though here at Trego. So he's a 6 foot, 193-pound junior. They need him to get back in the game. Those things happen. So
it's like I said, it's a rough night out there. If you're trying to catch that ball, it's not easy in this wind and the cold. So 8:47 to go, second quarter, 6-6 our score.
Like I said, and what's interesting, the first quarter there was some movement, but both teams kept shooting themselves in the foot with penalties, and now they've at least overcome the penalties enough to score.
Yep.
In the first quarter, Scott City had a Goodland 21-0. Let's see what else we got here going. Plainville's ahead of Stanton County 52-0. That's with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
So Winholtz is going to tee this up.
Osborne's up on Pike Valley 38-0. We had Osborne the first game of the year. They defeated Hill City.
Yep. Dornbow's set to return, and this is a shorter kick. And Dornbow's going to try to let it go out of bounds. It does. Oh, okay. There's a penalty flag.
Well, I thought he'd been awful casual. Dude, that is the way to get lit up.
Run down. Yeah. I was like, whoa, what's going on? They all think it was going out?
Yeah, I just thought, fall on that ball or do something because I hate to see somebody get lit up thinking that.
Yeah.
Because that's live. Once it goes 10 yards, it's live. Everything's fair game.
So it must have been offsides. Move this ball back to the 25, and Winholtz was a shorter kick anyway into this wind, this north wind. So this was going to be at a disadvantage again. And nice kick, gets it on the ground, picked up at the 18-yard line by Dornbow's. He's got some room off the right side, gets across the 30 to the 35. Good return for Lacrosse. They'll set up 1st and 10 right there.
Jaron Winholtz looked like was on the stop there. So you see a lot in high school football. The kickers a lot of times are kids that are good athletes. They'll kick the ball then cover down hard, whereas, at the college or pro level, you don't see the kicker make the tackle unless it's, 50, 60 yards downfield.
So 1st and 10 for Lacrosse. Both teams trading touchdowns here in the second quarter. After a scoreless first quarter, we've seen some points. Still some of the penalties. So 1st and 10, and Morgan's going to keep the ball, and he's going to be brought down for a loss of about a yard, it looks like. Caden Bliss in there with the tackle.
I was watching Trego's doing a lot of flip-flopping based on strong side, weak side. So there's a lot of game within the game going on before the snap.
Yeah.
And obviously when Lacrosse has run the ball a lot between the tackles, that makes a huge difference. I'm kind of surprised that they're not trying to attack the perimeter a little more. That's where Trego has been fantastic running either whether it's option, whether it's quarterback sweep with the coming up and leading on somebody.
So 2nd and 11. This is going to give to Burke off the right side. He's got some room and drove out of bounds there by Winholtz. Does a nice job of keeping contained there, and Burke just limiting Burke to probably a 5-yard gain. But 3rd down and about 7, it looks like. Usually help with the scoreboard, but there's still something's still interfering with the scoreboard, and they're trying to get it working. It'll work at times.
Yeah, 4-down territory certainly. So,
and they're under pressure. Morgan and he stepped in front, about picked off. That was Sampson, made a nice read. That was Laurie out there, 56 as a wide receiver.
Isn't that interesting? Like Quentin Walt, 88 is a nose tackle who also returns kickoffs.
Yeah.
So and Walt was also scored the first touchdown for Trego. Yeah. So
that was a good read there by Sampson.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Lacrosse isn't trying to keep floating that ball.
Yeah. So 4th down now in punt formation. This is Morgan averages 29 yards per punt, and a good angled punt, but looks like it goes out about the 20 or what do we got, at the 19-yard line. So 1st and 10 there for Joaquini.
See, I'm not surprised. I'm kind of surprised you don't just hang it way up in the air, and if it goes out of the end zone, it's at the 20 anyhow. So now, and maybe they fear the Trego return game too.
Well, and that could be when he averages 22 yards per return and has a punt return.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty impressive. So I'm sure that's what the thought process was. We just don't want him returning.
I'm surprised they didn't go for it. I
mean, I am too. I mean,
with the wind at their back and Morgan the way he can throw it, but they opted for the punt. So now 1st and 10, right at the 20-yard line looks like for Joaquini. Now in motion is Smith. And they're going to option, but Wynn keeps it, and he's brought down by the ankles by Burke. Nice read there by Burke. Came down and grabbed the ankles of Wynn and hold him to no gain.
Yeah, and they obviously rallied up to that, but if he doesn't get to his ankles, that there might have been 5-6 yards on that.
Yeah, they read the motion and the option. There was several defenders out in the flat there, but if Wynn could break that tackle, he still may be running.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 10 for Joaquini. Twins receivers to the left for Wynn out of the shotgun. Now Sampson in motion and looking to throw off that. Gets to Winholtz, and he makes the catch up at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Winholtz is one of 3 receivers for for Trego that has over 100 yards receiving on the season. Him, Sampson, and Mysick.
So that's 5 yards on 2nd down. 3rd and 5 now for Joaquini.
Well, I think both teams are figuring out that they can throw a little bit into this wind. I don't think you're going to be floating the ball and high pointing anything, but.
So too tight for the Golden Eagles. Here comes a blitz from Lacrosse, and Wynn takes it up the middle, gets about 4, maybe 3 yards. It's going to be about 2 yards short. So 4th and 2. Interesting interesting situation here, Chris, for Trego. Into the wind, too. So if they're going to punt, they'll be into the wind. Let's see what.
Chase Decker's in on the stop there. He was not one of the starters on defense, one of the people that are obviously rotating through. Yeah, you're right, though. This is interesting to see what they do here. It looks like they're coming out and running a play.
Yep.
And you may go long count, try to get them to jump.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of penalties so far, and now just Wynn's going to keep it off the right side. He's brought down from behind. That's Burke from his defensive end spot. Trips Wynn up, and he's going to be just short of the first down. They give him a good spot to the 30.
As they say, they may be. Yeah, they're bringing the sticks out.
Here's a replay off this. This is Burke. Watch Burke from his back of the defensive end spot. Did he dive there? He looked like he was tripped up.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any chance he was going to get there. And then I saw the spot, and like you said, he may have just dove forward or lunged. And
I think he's going to have enough.
Here we're pulling
No, it's going to be just short.
Good camera work there by our crew there. That's fantastic.
Just short, and Lacrosse is going to take over at the Joaquini 30-yard line.
Boy, I tell you what, though, you see that DN running hard like that, you've got to, think about, giving a look like you're running option right and then reverse left or something.
Yeah. They just kind of – boy, what an effort, though, by Wynn to get close. I didn't even think he was close.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it was fantastic effort. But now it'll be lacrosse ball, 1st and 10 at the Trego 30. We'll be interested to see if they stay with the ground game or they start going back to high pointing it because that's their most effective passing game so far.
So 2 tight ends for Morgan now. Burke motioning out to the outside, looking to throw. Morgan's got some time. Over the top, he's looking for Burke in the end zone and just a little wide, but good coverage out there. That was Bo. It looked like who was out there? Looked like that was the safety. Ashton Wynn was out there, and maybe Cass Smith, one of the linebackers, went out with him too. So good coverage there by the Golden Eagles, 2nd and 10.
And with the wind gusting the way it is, that ball looked like it kind of carried back towards the sideline maybe just a little bit and made it just a little harder to track.
But, boy, Morgan, he's got an arm on him.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He can throw it. So, again, 2 tights for the Leopards. They motion Burke back out, kind of similar formation as first down. Now Morgan on the draw. And he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's Caden Bliss again.
Yes.
Read that perfectly. And Joaquini's read that all night, that draw.
Yes, they have. And he came from he's coming down hard from his defensive end spot too. But like you said, that's not a true defensive end though.
Yeah, it's a little different. They call them defensive tackles. So they only got 1 defensive end.
Well, it's kind of like it's a 3-tech or a 4-tech maybe is what it is. But
whatever, it's been effective.
Yes, no.
It's just a little different what we see.
And you'd say, well, what if they start pulling it? Well, they have a stand-up defensive end on one side.
Yeah. And so now Burke's going to look to run, and he cuts it across the middle and gets across the 25 down to the 24-yard line.
He kind of laid the wood to Smith there on that. Smith made the tackle, but I think he got the worst end of it. So
Burke, 6'4", 160-pound senior. He runs tough.
Yeah.
And Cass Smith, the 5'10", 165 sophomore, he's a hard-nosed linebacker. So
big play here, 4th down.
4th and 3. Now Morgan running off to the left side, and he dives for the first down marker. Where are they going to mark him out?
Yeah, this is a big spot.
This is going to be close, and it looks like they're going to mark him short.
Yeah, it looks short.
Yep, just short of the first down. And it was on the opposite side of the field here, Chris, but that was a good effort again.
Yeah, interesting again that your ball carrier's lunging that made the spot the everything. And
same play Joaquini ran. They ran the same thing, just the running back is the lead blocker for the quarterback, but – yeah, nice job of stringing it out. And we've got now back-to-back turnovers on downs, just under 5 minutes to play in this first half.
We're not moving quite as fast as last week, but still moving pretty fast.
Sampson in motion. And this is again to Walt, and he's met in the backfield. That was read all the way. That was number 6 at Grumbine.
Yeah.
He read that the whole time.
Yeah, you almost got to wonder if Trego needs to get some misdirection or something because they're just flowing really hard right now.
So 2nd down and 15.
And it is easier to flow really hard to the ball when you know Trego's going into the wind, and they're not going to go over the top on you.
So Twins receivers to the left for Wynn out of the shotgun. No motion this time. Looking to throw. Wynn's going to throw it over the top for Smith and just overthrows him.
Yeah, I said you couldn't do it, and I said, here, we're going to try that.
That was good coverage out there. That's number 8. That's Holo Pirek.
Yeah. He's an offensive starter, and like I said.
I think comes in a little bit on defense,
And that's the way that, some of these.
There's a penalty down. Was that I didn't see the penalty. Was that a roughing the passer? Looks like, personal foul, roughing the passer. And it's going to be a 1st down for Joaquin. A big penalty on Lacrosse. And it'll be 1st down for
And that's
Joaquin.
our second one of the night, but wasn't the other one on Trego?
Yep.
Yeah. And, you get jacked up, you get a clear shot on the quarterback. You just got to be smart about it.
Yep. Yeah, and if it's close, they're going to drop that flag. They're going to try to protect the players. So 1st and 10 now. Joaquini after that penalty, 2 tight end set for the Golden Eagles. Win out of the shotgun. Low snap, going to give the Walt up the middle, and he's got some room to the right. Walt's in the clear to the 30, 20. He's got a blocker there, and he's going to get into the end zone for the score. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
49-yard run there.
Just a well-blocked run. He had one guy to beat, and he beat Morgan, and he was off to the races after that. Quentin Walt, he's a big running back at 6'3", but he showed some speed there.
Yeah, and they're playing him in a I haven't paid attention. I'm sure it's a 4-point stance on defense.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, the all-important PATs tonight.
Yes. So 12-6 our score, pinning this 2-point conversion now out of the I formation. And this is Wynn going to keep it right off the right side. Fooled everybody. Faked it to Walt and went to the right side. Gets in for the 2-point conversion. And now it's 14-6. Joaquini with the lead, and they've scored back-to-back times to take the lead.
I don't know. My pregame prediction here may not be very good. I said 13-14, and I'm not saying that Trego's not going to win, but I meant 13-14, thinking that was going to be close to the end of the game. At this point, it looks like both teams will score 14, and it may be a lot more than that.
Let's take a look at some of the scores on our Nex-Tech scoreboard. Try to get you updated on some of those throughout the night. So we got a little break here after the touchdown. So no scores reported there on the first page.
Rollins County has a big game next week with Hoxie. That'll determine who wins that district. Rollins County should handle Decatur, but Decatur's won 2 games on the season.
So Victoria up a touchdown on Sylvan Lucas now.
Yeah, that will determine the winner of that district.
Plainville up big over Stanton County. Smith Center, the touchdown lead over Sacred Heart. Still no scores getting reported in from those other. Concordia up on Beloit.
Hayes High up 14-6. Like I said, that Liberal can wrap up the whack tonight, but Hayes can throw a big monkey wrench in that.
And then Garden up a couple scores on Dodge. So set to kick is Jaron Winholtz. Back deep is Dornbos. And this is an angled kick taken at the 16-yard line by Dornbos. And he breaks a couple tackles, gets to about the 27, 28-yard line.
Looked like that was Cass Smith on the stop for the Eagles. That they obviously like kicking to that spot. Yeah. That's where they've kicked quite a few times. So.
Yep. So 1st and 10 here for Lacrosse at the 26-yard line.
Halftime, Hoxie 18, Quinter 6. So the Indians are starting to get it cranked up now.
3:48 to go, first half. So after no score in the first quarter, we've seen 3 touchdowns here in the second. Burke motions out. They've got Sampson on him. This is Morgan off the left side, and he gets a couple.
Looked like Smith was the first one there for the Eagles.
Yeah, they're still playing that safety D, or he's bringing him in. And when Burke motions out, they're having the linebacker cover him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they're getting that linebacker to trail out. Now you've got maybe a gap there at the linebacker level you can attack.
So 2nd and 8.
What's our time?
It's not right.
Okay. It's just not right.
It's not right. 99 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So now what do we got? We got a flag again and a delay of game. Boy, we've seen several of those tonight.
Yes.
I don't know if the back judge is quick to start counting
right.
or what's going on. It just is. Usually you don't see this many delay of games.
Halftime scores, Norton's hit a TMP 14-0.
Now Morgan looking to throw under pressure, and he lifts it up too. Oh, that Holopiric almost had that. That ball was right there, put on the money. He had a step on the defender. That was,
and it didn't look like he got drifted out of bounds. He just wasn't able to bring it down.
Yep, it was just a little bit behind him, but Morgan was able to put it right on his hands, and just Holopiric couldn't haul it in. So 3rd down and 12.
Concordia's up on Beloit 7-0 at halftime. That's a filler game for both those teams.
Yeah. So now Twins receivers to the left for Morgan. Looking to throw.
Ball's down.
Drop the ball and just gets on top of it. So,
yeah.
Boy, this is not a good possession for Lacrosse, and now it's a 4th and a bunch. So,
yes.
Looking to punt this one away. But now 2:39 left to go. There is a timeout. Looks like timeout for Joaquini. They want to save some of this time to see if they can't put another score on.
Yeah, that's a smart timeout. You're going in the wind now.
Yeah.
But maybe they feel like they've got some stuff they can use. Victoria 28, Sylvan Lucas 12, 2:15 left in the second quarter. Schmidberger just scored on a 13-yard run for the Knights.
So 2:39 to go, first half. 14-6 our score. And 4th down and a lot.
Yeah.
They're still trying. Boy, man.
The calculator may be blowing up too.
That's got to be frustrating for those guys over there trying to run the scoreboard. It's just, it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So
Garden City's up on Dodge City 22-0 at halftime. Scott City's over Goodland 35-0.
So back deep to receive, though. This is Ashton Wynn, 22 yards per return, and he's got a touchdown on the year.
Yeah, and he could go out of bounds this last time. And like you said, you don't think about this much in high school, but, boy, you don't want to out-punt your coverage and give him gaps to get through.
Morgan going to be the punter.
And they sub down a lot of kids. So you may have some JV kids out here covering punt.
And 29 yards per punt and another good angled punt.
Yes.
And it's going to roll out at the 29. Good job there by Morgan, getting some yards, getting it out of bounds, and no return.
Yeah, that was an effective punt because you gained quite a bit of field position with the punt too. Yeah. Before they didn't gain a lot of field position, but it kept it safe.
Right.
A game like this, a special team score might be huge.
So 2:33 to go, first half, 14-6 our score. I think Joaquini's got 2 more timeouts at their disposal, but they really haven't had much in the passing game.
No.
So I don't know. 2:33 still gives you time to.
Well, you got to think if they get a first down, they might start using those timeouts. But here, the first couple plays, I wouldn't get in a big hurry to call a timeout.
Smith in motion. This is a give to Walt, and he's got the first down at the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Big run there by Walt, and just a good read by Ashton Wynn on that motion option. They're really reading the motion man, and so good read, and hands it off to Walt for the first down.
Yeah, Walt's got a special athlete, and like I said, and the quarterback's making a nice run, reads getting him in the right place.
Yeah. And now Wynn keeps it off the left side. Oh, he takes a big hit by Morgan, and he drops the ball. Boy, that was a huge hit Morgan put on Wynn, and now Wynn, they're checking to make sure he's okay. But, boy, what a hit.
Yes.
And Joaquini was fortunate to cover that ball up. Here it is on this replay.
Here's a replay.
We can – oh, yeah. Well, I think maybe he slipped.
Yeah.
But
no, in live time, yeah, that looked a lot worse than what it ended up being. But
yeah, 2 tights here for a win, 2nd down and 5. Now running the option. And
ball.
out. Well, Leopards are on it and takes it back to the 37, 36-yard line.
That's Connor Berriger that scooped up that fumble there. He's a 6 foot, 185-pound senior.
Yeah, he was the one that created the fumble too. So he punched it out and then recovered it. Nice play there by Berringer.
But this is the situation why Trego probably wasn't in a big hurry to call timeouts, is that they want to let some of that clock run off in case something like this happened.
Yep, 1:28 to go, first half. So Twins receivers to the left for Morgan. Now the shotgun. Looking to throw. Quick pass in the flat, just in and out of the hands of Burt. Yeah, it's just a tough time to catch. Just a tough night to catch the ball.
Yeah, but he had led him nicely to where he wouldn't break stride at all if he catches it. But like I said, a little cold right now, just, a lot tougher than it looks at this point.
So 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line. So we've got, that's the 2nd turnover for Joaquini.
Yeah, we've had quite a few turnovers and penalties this game. Haven't been the cleanest.
There's a run there by Lira, and he gets across to the 30-yard line, upended there by Winholtz. So they're going to take a timeout. Looks like Lacrosse will take a timeout here, 1:28 to go in this first half. We'll take it with them. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you'll be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. 3rd down and 4 for the Leopards. Morgan dropped the ball again. Now under pressure, just going to throw it to get it away. Almost picked off. That was Wynn coming up and about picked that ball off. Morgan was just trying to get it away.
Yeah, when you're treating like that, you're throwing it off your back heels. It's hard to drive the ball, and it's easy to just have it float, and the defense has an opportunity to respond. So
4th and 4. We've got 1:13 to go first half.
Halftime score, Victoria 36, Sylvan Lucas 12. We thought that might be a closer game, and, of course, with 8-man, that's not an insurmountable lead either.
Yep. So 4th and 4 here for Lacrosse.
Twins up at the top of the screen there.
And this is Morgan rolling to the left side. He's got some room to run for the first down, and he's got it. Nice diving play, though. That
Winholtz gets the hit on him right there at the out of bounds
Winholtz,
stripe.
or was that Samson? Samson came. That was Samson, I
Okay,
believe.
okay.
Yeah. Come flying in to try to stop him. Great effort there by Samson. Knocks him out.
Yeah,
And
you're
he's
right.
gonna
That
have
was
enough.
Samson.
He's
That's
going to have
7.
enough for the first down, though.
Yeah, the spot was all important there. We've had a couple of plays like that where the spot's been a big deal. And the other 2 times I can remember the spot came up just short. So,
Well, I don't think Morgan saw him because I think he kind of let up a little bit. There was a lot of room to get the first down there, and Samson come flying in and almost stopped him on 4th down.
yeah, it was
First
good hustle on Sampson's part.
First down, though, for La Crosse. Now just 1:07 left.
Boy, you got to think they're got to float one down there.
And this is Lyra. And his helmet gets ripped off,
right.
and that's going to be a face mask.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Dynas there. No matter how loose that helmet's on, if you take it off, that's going to be a flag.
Yes, that's going to be a flag. And not just yardage, but now you have a clock stoppage when in a situation where it would have kept running too.
Yep, man, just took the helmet right off.
Yeah. And I'm not sure these 2 teams will be sending each other Christmas cards this year. I think it might be pretty salty out there by the end of the game. So,
But this will be a personal foul. Yeah, personal foul face mask. So 15 yards for La Crosse, and boy, this gets him great field position here to try to put one on the scoreboard right before halftime.
yeah, and that's going to make it less than you could even tie it.
Yeah. So Twins receiver to the left for Morgan. They're kind of using Burke as a receiver now instead of a running back. Lyra's come in and playing that running back spot. So 1st and 10 for the Leopards.
Well, Lyra gives you a little bit bigger guy if you want to use him as a blocking back too.
Yep. Time to throw, and boy, that ball just sailed on. Morgan was looking for
Holoperic.
Yep, just looking for him out there in the flat. Just kind of sailed on him a little bit.
Yeah, and with the wind the way it is, it may have been a ball on a regular night that may have been a lot closer, but
yeah. So 2nd down and 10. La Crosse can get a first down if they get to the 3-yard line. So just under a minute to play, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. The scoreboard has just been it's been off and on all night. So now Morgan rolling to the left side. Looks like this is going to be a quarterback sweep, and he steps out of bounds after a gain of probably 5, it looks like.
he likes to roll to that twin side. Now, in that time, it was pure run. It wasn't. There's other times he's rolled that twin side and they've thrown it.
So 3rd and 5 here from the 8-yard line. 48 seconds to go in this first half. La Crosse still 2 timeouts, so I think the playbook's wide open.
Yes, definitely. And if you're a Crosse, you really want to get a score here with the wind at your back too.
Yep. So now split receivers. Morgan out of the backfield, and they're going to take timeout. So, yeah, La Crosse wanting to check this out, wanting to make sure, maybe they didn't see something just right on defense, and this is an important drive for La Crosse. They can take advantage of the fumble by Joaquini and try to put some points on the board. Try to get this tied up.
Yeah, and taking momentum into the locker room at halftime, especially on a night where it has adverse conditions, that makes a big difference as well.
Yeah. 2 turnovers by Joaquini and some penalties. Here's some scores. We had some more scores. We just couldn't get them up on the board. Went a little too fast. So Cheyenne over Tri-Plains there by 3 touchdowns. And there's your Hoxie Quinter score at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Skyline and Maxville, no score. We're getting reported there. Rock Hills over Clifton Clyde. Thunder Ridge on top of St. Francis still.
Well, you got to think Hill City will handle Stockton. It'll be interesting to see that score.
So 3rd down and 5 here for more. Now Burks motions out. 2 ties for Morgan. looking to throw. Kind of under pressure, steps up and still avoids it, still on his feet, and now finally brought down at the 15-yard line. That was a good job by Morgan avoiding the first two tacklers, but couldn't avoid the third.
Cass Smith got him wrapped up around the ankles there. That big play for the Eagles because, boy, that's heartbreaking. You get all those bodies to the quarterback, you can't bring him down.
So 4th and 13, and Lacrosse is going to take another timeout, it looks like. So now 13 seconds. Sorry, 13 seconds to go. Maybe it's down. Boy, it's just been.
And like I
said,
said,
night. They've got some interference somewhere, and it's messing with that scoreboard. So
timeout Lacrosse.
Yeah, Lacrosse took the timeout. I don't know what they're gonna. How much time's left? I think they're gonna.
Well, like you said, well, right now it's a big deal too, obviously. Right. But, boy, in the second half, if we have a one-score game and we have a clock malfunction at the end of the game, that's going to lead to some hard feelings. Like I said, this game's already a pretty intense little game. This game will likely decide the district championship. Now, if Trego win tonight, they still have to beat Pratt Skyline. Pratt Skyline looks like the third-place team in this district, but any given night, it's not like they're playing an 0-6 team. So Pratt Skyline, their record on the season is 3-3, and they're 2-1 in district. Their one loss was to Lacrosse.
Yep. So 4th down and 13. I don't know how much time's left. 1 second's showing on the scoreboard, but I don't think that's right. So 4th down and 13 for Lacrosse. Now Burke motioning out, trips receivers to the right for Morgan. Looking to throw. He's got some time across the middle to Burke, and it's just over his head. He had him. Burke had a step out there. That ball was just delivered over. There was 1 second left. The scoreboard was right.
All right.
So
I saw the Trego bench. They obviously were very happy, but when I saw him run, I thought, well, this isn't just happy. They're saying, let's get the locker and warm up.
Boy, that's going to be an issue that second half. Hopefully they can maybe halftime get that figured up. But our score here at halftime: Waukene 14, Lacrosse 6. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
A special thanks to the Lacrosse Game Time Boosters, Rush County Insurance, State Farm Agent Brock Whitmore, and Farmers Insurance Agent Mark Ballman. They're proud supporters of Lacrosse Leopard students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Professional Fire Equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Waukene Game Time Boosters, Sheer Designs, Waukene Animal Hospital, and Earl Liquor. They're proud supporters of the Trego Golden Eagle students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Pit Road Liquor, Old 40 Auto Care, TWI Insurance Services, and professional fire equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you'll be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you. A special thanks to the La Crosse Game Time Boosters, Rush County Insurance, State Farm Agent Brock Whitmore, and Farmers Insurance Agent Mark Ballman. They're proud supporters of the La Crosse Leopard students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Professional Fire Equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. We just had a performance by the dance team here at halftime. Our halftime score here, Chris, 14-6. Joaquini with the lead over La Crosse. And how did we get there?
We had a scoreless first period. Second quarter, La Crosse drew first blood, 28-yard pass from Morgan to Hollow-Perrick. The PAT was no good, and point after tries have been a point of contention for La Crosse this year. I'll be interested to see if that comeback to bite them. 9:48 left in the second quarter, so about a minute and a half later, Walt scored on a 5-yard run. The PAT was no good. Then at 3:51 left in the period, Walt scores again, this time on a 49-yard run around the right end. Wynn was running option that's how that play came about. So
yeah,
and then the PAT was Wynn was on an option keep, so that got us to 14-6.
Yeah, so La Crosse jumped out at first, and then Joaquini able to answer back. Joaquini 2 turnovers too in that first half, and a lot of penalties. Boy,
yes.
It's just kind of it's a tough night out there though.
Well, and there's been a wide variety of penalties. Each team's got a roughing the passer penalty. You don't see that a lot in high school.
Yep.
Got a rough or in sports like conduct for pulling a helmet off. There's been some just, the typical line of scrimmage stuff where you've had a legal procedure, different things like that too.
Yep. So 14-6 our score here at halftime with Joaquini with the lead. We'll give you some scores, check some scores from around the area on our Nex-Tech scoreboard, get you updated on those. Still showing Hoxie and Quinter 18-6, and still haven't got some scores in from some of the six-man games, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then still Rock Hills over Clifton Clyde and Thunder Ridge. That one, you had that one a little different than
Yeah, I got Thunder Ridge 32, St. Francis 20 at halftime.
Yeah. And so South Central over Wheatland and Victoria, I think they've kind of extended that a little bit too. It's more than 10. Plainville all over Stanton County. And then Smith Center's kind of opened the lead up a little further than 6-0. And then Ellsworth over Halstead there. Concordia 14-6 over Beloit.
Boy, I'd like to hear about that Russell Peaburg game. Peaburg's having a tough season right now. Russell could still make some noise in that district.
Yeah, that's a must-win there for Peaburg. If they lose that one, that's they're going to be done. They're going to make the playoffs. Boy, Garden City though, they're looking for a share of that WAC title. If Hayes can beat Liberal, and they're up by 1 point. If Hayes can beat Liberal, then Hayes, Liberal, and Garden City are going to tie for the WAC championship. Liberal though, if they win, they're going to win the WAC. So.
Yeah, they'll win it outright.
So those are our scores. We'll try to get you updated throughout the evening there on the Nex-Tech scoreboard. And coming up this second half, Chris, what do you think each team's got to do to finish this game off and win?
Well, Lacrosse has had. I mean, they've lost some of they had the early success high pointing, and in their passing game with the wind. I was kind of surprised that the timing's been off just a bit. Either the ball maybe just a tiny bit behind, and the receiver couldn't bring it back, or there's been some times where it sailed it just a little bit. They're just off just a little bit, and I'm sure some of that is not just temperature, but also wind speed. But the passing is a big part of their game. Lacrosse, I think, has been surprising in how well they've run the ball, actually. For Trego, you got a lot of things happen here, not just having the lead, but you've been able to dictate tempo at times, too, with just physical football.
Yeah, they had a big stop right there before halftime, able to stop Lacrosse and keep them out of the end zone to keep their one-score lead. So big defensive play there for the Golden Eagles to keep this lead at halftime, and they're gonna need that defensive effort again here in the second half.
Yeah, first early in the game, Trego, there's just a lot of things with the quarterback. Quarterback was either running option or they were leading in front of the quarterback. They're a little later in the period. Walt came alive from running from the fullback spot to get things going. So they're showing some different things there. But it should be an exciting second half. And like I said, it'll be hopefully the clock is not an issue in how the game ends.
Well, and I think they're keeping it down on the field. It's just, for the fans and everybody up here, when the clock it glitches, and so the fans may not understand, or we may not know what the actual time is down on the field. They do, so the coaches, the players are going to know.
My only concern about what's on the field is there's been like 3 or 4 delay of game penalties, and I know that the back judge a lot of time is keeping account. He'll give a gesture with his hand, to let. Hopefully, nothing's happening there that's impairing the game.
Right. So we're set up for a great finish here in this game that'll probably go a long way in deciding the District 7 title. So we're going to take a quick break here at halftime. We'll come right back, and we'll have your second half kickoff when we come back. So you're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Waukeeny Game Time Boosters, Sheer Designs, Waukeeny Animal Hospital, and Earl Liquor. They're proud supporters of the Trego Golden Eagle students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Pit Road Liquor, Old 40 Auto Care, TWI Insurance Services, and Professional Fire Equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you'll be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you. A special thanks to the La Crosse Game Time Boosters, Rush County Insurance, State Farm Agent Brock Whitmore, and Farmers Insurance Agent Mark Ballman. They're proud supporters of the La Crosse Leopard students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Professional Fire Equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Waukeeny Game Time Boosters, Sheer Designs, Waukeeny Animal Hospital, and Earl Liquor. They're proud supporters of the Trego Golden Eagle students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Pit Road Liquor, Old 40 Auto Care, TWI Insurance Services, and Professional Fire Equipment, longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1, where we're getting ready to set the second half kickoff here from Joaquini. The Golden Eagles from Trego 14, Crosse 6 here at halftime. Players out there trying to get warm. The wind is it's calmed down a little bit, but it's still not not warm out there.
And it looks like it's not quite as gusty either, which means that when you're throwing the ball, at least you'll have a little better idea of how it's going to sail, as opposed to sometimes you release the ball and you realize, gosh, the end like kicks up. Couple of scores: Plainville has beat Syracuse tonight, or Stanton County, so they're the district champs in 1A Division 8. Ellis has an excellent chance to be the 2 seed out of that, but they'll play Syracuse next week to decide that. Also, another area score: Connor Nichols tweets at the end of the third quarter, TMP is losing to Norton 21-0. Blue Jays look like the real deal this year.
Yeah, that's a tough district.
Yes.
TMP we had them last week. They had a gutty effort to beat Phillipsburg, and so. But an interesting decision. Joaquini's going to receive, and La Crosse says they're going to take the wind here third quarter, and I think you were agreeing with them. That's the right call.
Yeah, I think so.
So they'll be kicking off to. It looks like Quentin Walt back to receive the big running back, and.
I don't remember bunching like that before.
Yeah, this is a little different, and this is this Burke set to kick off? This is different than what they had. Try to get the headlights off. Everybody went to their cars. Looks like the La Crosse fans went to their cars for halftime to get warmed up. So this is Grumbine set to kick off.
Yeah, that's a different look.
Yeah, and he hadn't kicked off all year. It'd been Alexander Hemestra, but he only averaged 18 yards per kickoff, so I don't think. So
all right, they're breaking it out.
Yep. They tried and there it is, just a little onside kick, and boy, Bliss did a nice job of recovering again. But he kind of waited just for a second there.
Yeah,
he turned his back.
Yeah, it went about 13 yards, and a lot of times you want to get that a little sooner. But let's see, here's the replay.
Yeah, and that's the nice job of turning his back and making that recovery.
Yeah,
so.
that takes some courage. It'll be interesting to see if they have another kickoff, if they'll go the other direction.
It's that sets up Joaquini on a really good field position here to start their first drive of the second half. Now Sampson in motion. This is a give to Walt up the middle. He gets a couple across the 40 down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, looks like Grumbine might have been one of the first people on the stop there for the Leopards. Gain of about 3.
So 2nd and 7, kind of almost look like a counter there.
Mm-hmm.
Fake the pitch out wide and pull the back guard. So 2nd and 7. Cross your fingers. Looks like the scoreboard is working right now, Chris.
All right.
Now kind of this pistol formation. And we got early movement. So again, another penalty. Well, we've got some action behind the stands there by local law enforcement. So 2nd down and 12 now. Both teams struggling with penalties tonight.
Yes, and I said unusual for this time of year, but just maybe a lot of emotion, a lot of adrenaline.
And this is a give to Walt up the middle.
Boy, he did a nice job cutting that back.
Yeah, he planted his foot, cut right up the middle, and he gets close to the original line of scrimmage at the 38-yard line.
It looks like Grumbine again had him by the ankles, but that looked like negative 4 or 5 yards, and he gets positive yards out of that. So, yeah, it looked like gains 2 or 3. And 3rd and 10 is not ideal, but it's a lot more manageable 3rd and 15.
Right. Yeah, he looked like he was going to get stopped for a loss on the play, but picks up a couple yards to get this to 3rd and 10, and you're probably looking at 4 downs if you're going to kick into the wind And you're at midfield almost, so 3rd down and 10. 2 tights for Wynn out of the shotgun. Smith in motion. Now going to roll right. Little pitch up the middle.
That's incomplete pass.
Will be an incomplete. Looked like he tried to hit Cass Smith on just like a little I can't remember what they call it. Just like
sometimes it's a read option, a shuffle pass.
Shuffle pass.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, ball moving forward, so it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, like you said, now 4th and 10, they look like they're huddled up like they're going to run a play, which is what we suspected.
Yeah. So
That's
we'll see.
Aaron Sampson maybe bringing in the play there.
Yeah. So now 4th and 10. Well, we haven't called Mysick's name for the tight end position. 6'5", 243.
Nice.
And now Wynn across the middle. He's got a man open. That's Sampson at the 30 or the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Boy, Sampson was wide open for the catch.
Well, we talked about cheating the safety up a little bit, and boy, there was no safety back there to help. I think that's number 8 was on the stop. That's Lee Holoperic. But yeah, there was no help there. He just looked like ran a post pattern there.
Yeah.
And, are we coming back?
Yeah, well, it looks like there's a flag down. So big 4th down conversion, but boy, I didn't see that flag. It kind of blends in with the yellow.
Yes, it did. That's exactly right. Yeah, we talked about the pregame.
Yeah.
That's a really nice eagle out there. He really did a really nice job painting that. But
illegal man downfield. So now 4th and 15. Do you just change your mind now, Chris? Do you punt this away?
Gosh, if you're, and you try to teach your high school punters a nice spiral, and
and they're going to take a timeout. So an early timeout here from Joaquini to decide what they're going to do on this 4th and 15. But, yeah, like you're saying, the high school punters, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to and the more you think, all right, I got to spiral this, that's the time you shank it.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, here's the replay. It's hard to see. There were several bodies down there that were a little deeper maybe than they should have been. But like I said, this time of year you don't expect those type of mistakes because clearly it was a pass play. It wasn't like read option where, we don't know if the quarterback's going to pull up and throw or not. So
now 4th and 15.
That's a big mistake because, boy, for Trego there, if you get that in deep and whether you score or not, you're going to eat up a bunch of clock.
Yeah, so that was, they were in a good position to go up 2 scores. And so now, though, 4th and 15, split receivers each way for Wynn out of the shotgun. Wynn rolling to his right, going to throw back to his left. He's got his – man, that's a Malay out for the tackle-eligible position, but he's not going to not going to be close to a first down. There was a good job covering by Dornbos.
Yeah,
read that.
That's a fun play to run, but Malay's chances of covering 15 yards weren't very good. So
yeah, Dornbos and Holoperic out there. Nice job. Boy, Holoperic, he's just a 110-pound sophomore. Malay, the 233-pound sophomore.
Right.
But he did a good job of getting low and taking out the feet of Malay. So 1st and 10, Crosse right at midfield.
Ellis again prospering now. They've got beyond their MCL schedule. They're ahead of Republic County.
Big hit there by Cass Smith, and there's a fumble on the play. Let's see who's got it. And there's a big scrum underneath it. And Joaquini's going to recover the fumble. Huge hit.
It looks like Walt came up with the ball. So
huge hit by Cass Smith on the running back Burke. And here's a replay. Just a great hit. Just went put his helmet right on that football. Walt with the recovery, and now Joaquini in good position. 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line.
Boy, the change of events there. Yeah. What Trego appears to have the first down, losing on a penalty. Now Lacrosse turns it back over.
Sampson in motion, going to run the option, and they pitches it out to Sampson's on the ground. Boy, it's a late pitch. Sampson does a good job of getting on it, and it's no gain on the play. And Wynn was kind of stuck in no man land there. He had to. Yeah, it was too late to pitch it, but He was going to get hit, too.
Yeah. Wynn's done a nice job tonight. Early in the game, he ran the ball a lot, and La Crosse has kind of tightened up on him. They decided they're not going to let him beat them. Now Walt's had some success, but it'll be interesting to see how this turns out.
Yep. So 2nd down and 10 for Joaquini. This is Wynn up the middle, and he's met hard there by 56, Massimio Lari.
Yeah, he came up from his Mike linebacker, got a nice quick read on that. They pull a guard here. Let's see where that guard went. He went to the defensive end, kicked the end out.
Laurie read that, though, from his middle linebacker spot and makes the tackle for maybe gain of 1 for a win. And so 3rd down and 9. La Crosse's defense has done well. They've been put in a tough spot here in the second half. One receiver split out wide right for a win. 2 tights now in motion, and now somebody jumped off sides. Boy, they're just struggling. Both teams struggling with these penalties, especially offsides and false start.
These are the kind of penalties you don't expect this time of year.
No. And you're going to hear about it at film session too by the coach. He's probably going to light you up.
Now, the thing for Trego is you're eating up a lot of clock. La Crosse has the wind at their back.
Yeah.
La Crosse was able to throw the ball a little bit into the wind, but I say the wind is probably dying down a little bit, but this is what La Crosse wants, is to possess the ball.
Yep. So 3rd down and 4, and this is Walt up the middle. He's got the first down. Ball's on the ground, though, and it looks like La Crosse has got this covered. And they do, and another turnover for Joaquini.
Number 65, Connor Berriger, I think, is the one who came up with that. And I mean, there's no moisture. I don't think that's what it is. It's cold, and sometimes when leather gets cold, it'll be a little slicker.
Yeah, this is Walt, and this is just, boy, man, I don't think that helmet even got on it. I think he just lost grip on it.
Yes.
And so La Crosse now recovers a fumble. And they're set up 1st and 10. There's Burke on the carry, and they're trying to strip that ball from him. He does a nice job of covering that up both hands, and he'll get about 5 yards on 1st down.
8 minutes if the clock's working. We got about 8 minutes here, so La Crosse still has plenty of time to get a score here, and they don't. It's not a quick strike situation, but they certainly have that capability to loft that ball about 30 yards down the field.
Yeah, so looks like may have got the clock situation taken care of. And this is a Burke up the middle, and he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Can't see who was in there.
I think it was Smith in on that. Yeah.
Smith, I think he got him in the double leg because you seen him come off the ground a little bit. So 3rd down and 3.
Well, that's good form tackling, isn't it?
It is very good form tackling. This is a big play here for La Crosse, trying to get a 1st down. So 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Twins to the left. This is Morgan just going to keep it up the middle. He's got the 1st down to the 35-yard line, and that is it. He stopped right there by, looks like Dinas, I believe.
Yeah, Dinas ended up with the ball there, but I think that there's no other any question. The play was dead. Yeah. Tell you what, the bodies are flying around this game. There's no lack of intensity in this game, and maybe that's what's led to a few of the penalties. I think both sides are amped up for this game. We talked about in the pregame, that Trego's having the best season they've had the best streak of seasons, I should say. And La Crosse they had a rare losing season last year. They're trying to get back to where their usual perch is.
And now this is Burke off the right side, cuts it up the middle, gets across midfield down to the 39-yard line. Tough run there by Burke.
And that's Smith once again on the stop.
He's been everywhere tonight.
Yes, he has.
He's limping a little bit, looks like now. Burke's a tough runner. He lowered his head and got about 6 yards on 1st down. That's an option to Burke.
It's ball.
And Burke kicked the ball, and looks like Joaquini's got this recovered. Boy, is a fast pitch out to Burke, and he tried to get it. I think he kicked it forward.
Yes, 28 Darius Brown comes up with that, a 5'8", 131-pound sophomore.
So now we've seen 3 turnovers back to back to back here.
Yeah, like you said, the pitch kind of hit him in the helmet.
Yeah.
And he just was never able to get it gathered in after that.
Yeah. Boy, so it's gotten a little sloppy, a little loose out here.
Yeah, we've been stuck in the middle of the field here for most of the third quarter. Nice stand of grass here at Joaquini. It'll be okay, but it's just like it's a little sloppy.
So 1st and 10 now for Joaquini at the 36-yard line. This is Wynn up the middle, and he's going to get a couple yards. Stood up there by number 6. That's
Grumbine. Yeah,
yes.
and then several people, like you said, and what they're Crosse is doing, the first guy's trying to stand up, and they're trying to rip out with the second and third guy.
So 2nd down and 8, it looks like.
Like I said, though, the clock is ticking away. That Lacrosse's opportunity to throw with the wind, and maybe the Crosse isn't worried about that because when they've had the ball, they've run it a lot.
Yep.
But coming into the game, passing was 40% of their plays were passes.
So 2nd down and 8 for Joaquin. Looking to throw. Wynn off the right side, left side. He got Wynn Holtz out for close to a first down. Knocked out, I think just going to be about a yard short. But nice grab there by Wynn Holtz. Nice throw by Wynn.
Yeah, I'd say nice execution there on that.
So 3rd down and 1. And Wynn throwing into the wind. Now you just don't need a penalty here if you're Joaquini. We've seen this. Or a 3rd and 1 goes to a 3rd and 6, and it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, we've had a couple of fumbles here in the third quarter already, too, that teams have lost. So
pistol formation for Wynn. Going to give to Walt, and he's got the first down, still on his feet. Gets brought down about the 26-yard line. Good run there for 10 yards by Walt.
Yeah, Laurie on the stop there, but after way too many yards to prevent the first down.
Morgan had a shot at him. And will bring Walt down, and it'll be a first down for the Golden Eagles. And so
if you're Trego, this is huge. Not only are you driving into the wind, but you may get points out of this.
Yeah. So under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Now 2-back set. And this will give to Walt the left side. He's got some room to the 20 and swung down at the 15-yard line there by Laurie. But that's almost another first down for Joaquini.
Looks like maybe kind of a sweep action maybe.
Yeah, just outran the defensive end for the corner, and are they going to measure this? So it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 1, going to be short. White hat just eyeballing that. So,
he's probably cold. He wants to keep this baby rolling.
Yeah. So they go split backs again for Joaquini. Windholt split left. Out of the shotgun is Wynn. And it's a give now to Walt off the right side, strung out. And there's Dornbos on the tackle. Good job there by the Leopards, just stringing that stretch play out.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. 2nd and short, you run wide and lose 2 yards. That old school thing would have been let's run right at them, and so we don't lose anything.
Yeah. So now 3rd and 4. Yeah, if you go straight at them, you're not going to lose.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose those yards, but. They used to play under center, too, and now, no one plays under center.
Yeah. But it's amazing, how few fumbles you see on those little sugar snaps like that. Final, Rollins County 58, Oberlin 12.
So 3rd and 3 here. This is Wynn up the middle. He's met hard. What a big hit there by Laurie. And he's going to be short for 2 yards. Boy, that was a collision.
Yes, this is not a game for the faint of heart. I mean, there's been some big collisions, and, just good football, nothing dirty about it.
Yeah, this was just straight like the old Oklahoma drill.
Yes, exactly.
You got no place to go. And so they can't do that anymore either. So 4th down and 3.
We don't get to tackle very much in practice anymore.
Big hit there by Laurie. So Brings us 4th down and 3, maybe 4th down and 2.
Well, yeah, remember this was second and really short because we thought they might measure.
And so now a reverse here by Smith. He cuts it up. He breaks the tackle. He's going to have a first down, still on his feet. Boy, Burke was in the backfield there for Lacrosse, had a shot at him of losing some yards, but Cass Smith broke that tackle, turned it up the field, and got a first down.
Yeah, I'm not sure how fundamental it is by Burke, though. He seemed like he was wanting to make a big hit more than he wanted to tackle.
He kind of grabbed at him. But tough run there by Cass Smith, gets the first down.
Tough little sophomore there, Smith.
So 1st down and 10. They get a first down at the 1-yard line, just outside the 11 right now for first down. Big play by Joaquin. Now looking to throw. Wynn rolling to his right. Going to leave it in the air. He's going to be picked off. No! Oh. Morgan had that, but Sampson did a great job of
went to D-back.
Yeah, he went to defensive back position, knocked that ball down. Boy, that's a dangerous throw by Wynn. You can't make the sophomore quarterback about made a big mistake. You just got to throw that away.
Yeah, Sampson helped him out there. That could have went poorly.
He bailed him out, I think. That was a good play there by Sampson. And so now 2nd down and 10 from the 11-yard line. 2:30 to go in this third quarter. Motion by Smith. And Wynn's going to take it off the right side. And spun around, now changes direction, cuts upfield, runs into his own man, and is brought down, going to be about at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, there were a pile of guys on the final stop there, and he did a nice job of reversing field, kind of spinning off things there.
It hits his own guy.
Yeah.
If he didn't run into his own man, he may have been in the end zone.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 6.
Boy, but you like to see those offensive linemen stay active, work upfield, find somebody.
So 3rd down and 6 from the 7-yard line. 2 tights for Wynn. Walt the lone setback. Sampson in motion, and they're going to throw that way. Sampson caught it, dives for the end zone, and he's in for the score. What a grab and throw out there by Sampson. Did a nice job of bringing that ball down and then diving for the end zone.
All right.
Good throw there by Walt as well. Step right into it. Hit Sampson. Sampson went in motion, and he hit him in the flat there for the score. 20-6 our score. 1:37 left to go in this third quarter.
And maybe at this point in the game we're overestimating the effect of the wind, but like I said, Wynn does a nice job of drilling that ball right in there.
So now 2-point conversion attempt here, 20-16 or 20-6. It's going to be a throw out in the flat, and this is dropped by Smith, and the 2-point conversion no good. We still stay at 14-point spread, but that's a big drive by the Golden Eagles.
Ate up a ton of clock too. I mean, obviously the score's nice, but Lacrosse can be driving into that win for most of the fourth quarter.
But Sampson did a nice job of breaking up an interception in the end zone, and then he makes a great grab to score a touchdown. So good job there by Sampson on those couple plays. And
it'll be interesting to see now if Lacrosse stays as patient as they've stayed on offense, and they've had some success. But, how many fumbles and just bonehead penalties, but both sides have had their share of penalties. So,
so it's we've had fumble and fumble and fumble. So it's 3 turnovers for Joaquini, 2 turnovers by Lacrosse.
Smith Center winning big over Sacred Heart, 48-0. There's been years Sacred Heart had a storied program, but maybe not so much this year. Smith Center seems to be kind of circling the wagons again, getting back to being Smith Center.
Well, they venture out of the MCL where some teams aren't used to, seeing that type of offense.
It's amazing when those MCL schools leave the conference. What happens to what happens there?
So now set to tee it off for Joaquini. I got another. Somebody's warming up. This is Winholtz. set to kick off. Back deep is John Dornbos. 17 yards per return. He's done a nice job tonight. Get those lights turned off and Winholtz. This hits one of the up men, and Lacrosse is on it. Boy, that was a missile coming in, and Lacrosse will get back on top of it, and they'll take over 1st and 10 in pretty good field position.
Looked like Grumbine, number 6, may have fallen. But like you said, though, that's a dangerous situation when that ball starts ricocheting off people.
So 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Lacrosse now down by 2 scores, 20-6.
Like I said, we'll see how patient they are now.
Last 2 possessions, they have turned it over. So, and now there's a flag on the play. It's going to be a procedure call on Lacrosse, and boy, they just shoot themselves in the foot there again.
Victoria 54, Lucas Luray, or Sylvan Lucas, 12. That's early in the 4th quarter. Pass from Schmidberger to Ethan Von Linnell.
So 1st down and 15. Split receivers for Lacrosse. Looking to throw. He's got a man in the flat. This is Burke. Cuts it upfield, but brought down. Nice tackle out there by Smith again. Boy, he's just been everywhere tonight.
He is Johnny on the spot, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
He's a sure tackler, too.
Yes, he is.
Smith had or Burke had it out in the flat, had some room, but Smith able to wrangle him down for a gain of just 1 yard.
Final of Norton 28, TMP 6. Norton, of course, now is 7-0 on the season.
So 2 tights here for Lacrosse. Morgan looking to throw, set up a screen across the middle, and Cass Smith again.
Boy,
just beat his man on the block and able to come up with a tackle.
That was set up very well, but the one man, Cass Smith, comes up huge.
Yeah, and he just beats his man. That's the center, Behringer. If he can get that block, Burke's probably still running. There's a lot of room there. Cass Smith doing another good job of coming up with the tackle, making the play.
When do you think Lacrosse floats a high ball out here? I mean,
now they go trips to the left. Morgan out of the shotgun looking to throw. Kind of under pressure, goes up top to Burke and just overthrows him. So he was rushed a little bit. There's some pressure there by Dinas and by Walt, and just rushes that ball. Now 4th down and 14, and
boy, you about got a punt. I mean, you can't give up that kind of field position. And 4th and 14, not a lot of good calls on the play sheet. I mean,
so it looks like they did bring in the punt team. Just 5 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And now their punters did a nice job tonight, pooching it, especially this sideline.
Yep. Back deep is Wynn for the Eagles. Look at the throw. Fake. And it's broken up. He had the Behringer out there, the center, looking to make the catch. And guess who it is? Cass Smith. They're breaking that pass up.
Yes.
It was a nice play there. Threw it up there to Behringer, but just couldn't haul it in. Cass Smith doing a nice job knocking that out. So trying to catch Joaquini.
Okay, that looks like the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
We'll see here.
Yeah, I know. And it is. It's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So we're at the end of 3. Our score here, Joaquini 20, Lacrosse 6. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you will be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. Joaquin takes over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Walt running to the left side. There's a flag down. He gets 6 yards or 7 yards, it looks like, but I think that's probably coming back, Chris, on a hold or a block in the back type of situation.
Yeah, Walt's been a really effective ball carrier for him here in the second and third quarter, now starting the fourth, so. I wonder if they, kind of changed what they were doing defensively to key more on the quarterback win.
So we got a hold out on the outside, and that'll be a 10-yard penalty. Move the ball back to the 39-yard line, and I spoke too soon, or score clock was – that third quarter was working, but now not so much.
Okay, here, I'll sit back down. Maybe that's what it was.
It's catching some –
bouncing off my balding head here or something.
So first and about 18 yards for Joaquini. Split backs for Wynn, now the shotgun. And Wynn's going to take it up the middle, and he's brought down for maybe just a gain of 1 or 2 on the play.
It's like Dornbos on the stop there.
So 2nd down, 17. And Joaquini's going to be content just to take their time here.
Yes. With the 2-score lead, the clock is their friend right now.
Yep.
And like I said, it'll be interesting to see how they move the ball here as far as throwing.
Crosse was pretty aggressive on offense last time. And now low snap, Win across the middle and just out of the hands of Sampson. Boy, Morgan, if he had his head up, he was looking for a big hit. If he had his head up, he may have been able to pick that off.
Well, and yeah, we all like the big hits, but the quickest way for Crosse to score would be to pick 6 here.
And so now that stops the clock too, and so 3rd and 17. This is, I don't know if you're in 4-down territory really. If you're Joaquini, if you don't get a big chunk here, you may be looking to punt the ball away. So now this is a give to Walt up the middle, stays on his feet and gets about 5 yards, but it's still going to be 4th down and 14.
Walt did a nice job cutting that back. Looked like Burke was on the bottom of the pile starting the tackling process. But Walt does a nice job keeping his head up and figuring out where the green is.
So 4th and 14. Now it looks like going to have Winholtz back to punt this, and now Lacrosse and everybody
they're coming after
this. See how Joaquini does on the punt block, punt safe. Good snap, and Winholtz gets this off. It's going to bounce in the end zone.
Touchback, that'll bring the ball up to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Lacrosse. And to show that punt block didn't hurt them at all. And by doing that, what it also, like you said, it makes the punter, think more about, I just got to get it out of here. And he maybe didn't hang it up quite as nicely as he would otherwise.
Or angle it.
Or angle it, right.
He just had to get it out, so.
Now let's see if Lacrosse starts getting the ball up in the air more. They've had some success throwing the ball, so I'm kind of surprised they've went away from it when the wind was at their back. I'd say the wind has died down some. Yeah. It's still a factor.
So 1st and 10 here for Lacrosse. Looking to throw. Morgan going to loft it up to his receiver. This is Darius Brown, though, makes that interception. and knocked out of bounds at the 15. They tried to lob it up again to Holopiric, but Holopiric.
But see, that's the problem when you're throwing that high point ball into the wind. It looked like it hung a little bit, and Brown does a nice job. I'm not taking away from him, but the receiver had a hard time. He really couldn't make much of a play on that ball.
Yeah, and Brown, I think, learned from that earlier time. Holopiric was able to out-jump him this time, times it just right, and gets the pick. So now Joaquini really set. I mean, if they can get a score here, they can distance themselves pretty good from La Crosse. Now Walt on the run off the left side. He's got a lot of room. Walt's going to be in for the score. 15-yard touchdown run by Quentin Walt. And now Joaquini extends their lead 26-6. His third rushing touchdown of the night.
Boy, there was nobody out there once he made the corner either.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not even a safety or a corner rotating back.
Yeah, once he got that edge, he was there's clear sailing into the end zone. So 26-6.
We're going to estimate that was about, 9 minutes left in the fourth, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I would say about 9.
So now 2-point conversion attempt for Joaquini. And this is Wynn on the carry. Ball is out, and La Crosse recovers it, and the play is dead.
Yeah, it's a dead play.
2-point conversion, no good. So our score remains 26-6, but Joaquini with the interception and then the score, and that may be a backbreaker for La Crosse.
Yes. And because, like I said, going into the win now, that was why it's so important for La Crosse to get something done in the third quarter.
Let's check some scores here on the Nex-Tech scoreboard. You got some over there too, Chris?
Yeah, I got final score, Norton over TMP 28-6. Great Bends over Ulysses 56-16. Man, we already had that. We knew Plainville won, but the score was 52-24 was the final on that one.
Gotcha. Cheyenne over Tri-Plain 66-0.
Victoria defeated Sylvan Lucas 54-12. I really thought that game would be closer.
Do you have an update on Hoxie and Quinter?
I do not. I have a source, though.
And I think it's Clifton Clyde. We got it mixed up here. Clifton Clyde with the 58-6 win over Rock Hills, not the other way around. And Thunder Ridge up on St. Francis 32-20.
So I said Saney stayed close in that game. I mean, that's a game where we thought Thunder Ridge might blow them out.
Smith Center all over Sacred Heart, Ellis all over Republic County. And
once again, those MCL schools get out of conference. I mean,
Hayes extends their lead. They're up by 7, 27-20. Dodge has put a couple points up, a couple touchdowns up. So Great Bend all over Ulysses. So we'll try to keep you updated on those scores throughout the evening. Now Winholtz with the kick, and this is Burke back to receive. He just lets it go in the end zone. And so now down 3 scores. You got roughly 9 minutes to go, you think?
Yeah, that's what my guess. Hoxie's up 46-6 over Quinter with about 3 minutes left in the game, and that was be expected with the Quinter's starting to have some injuries now, and Hoxie's just on a roll right now.
Yeah, they certainly are. So 1st and 10 from the 15 for La Crosse. In this second half, they have 3 turnovers in the second half for La Crosse, and it's been tough sledding. Morgan looking to throw, pops it out there. He's got his receiver, and boy, he's lit up there by Cass Smith and Caden Bliss and a host of other Golden Eagles. That's that Holopiric out there on the reception? I think it was. Yeah. So gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
Boy, Joaquini is just flying to the ball right now.
So Smith again there, and it's third and 9.
He's got to have about 20 stops tonight.
I think so too.
I mean,
whoever's keeping stats is going to wear that pencil out.
You bet.
So 3rd and 9 here for Twins to the right. Morgan looking to throw, and he's picked off again. This looks like this is a Wynn on the interception.
Yeah.
Wynn's going to take this all the way down to about the 15-yard line. And so that's 4 turnovers this second half for La Crosse, and it's just coming undone now.
Yeah, Gage eventually makes the stop here, but like I said, the first guy went for a kill shot rather than wrapping him up. I mean, La Crosse is really needs to get back to fundamental form tackling, but
great coverage there by Wynn, and just undercut that ball from Morgan, and they come up with another interception. 4 turnovers. I think it's almost been consecutive 4 turnovers. So.
Yeah. By the way, final Hoxie 52, Quinter 6.
So 1st and 10, Joaquini at the 15-yard line. Split backs. This is Wynn going to take it up the middle, and he's going to get in for the score. Boy, just some arm tackles out there for La Crosse, and boy, they're when that ball starts rolling down the hill, it's sometimes it's hard to stop.
Yeah, and he did a nice job reading that. The sea had opened a little bit for him, and then like I said, they just there was one guy that looked like had a shot at him, and that was about it.
Yeah. So Wynn in for the score, and by Joaquini's opening this up here this 4th quarter. 32-6 right now, pending this 2-point conversion.
Yeah, now we're reaching the point where the PATs aren't as quite as important.
Yeah. This snowball's turned into an avalanche here this second half, and 2-point conversion attempt no good. The ball sails on Wynn, but the touchdown run by Wynn extends Joaquini's lead to 32-6 now. And they're just kind of on a roll. But 4 turnovers for La Crosse this second half. That's hard to overcome.
No, yes, you're exactly right. And it's pretty droopy right down that La Crosse sideline. They need a big play to try to rally the troops a little bit here. Concordia beats Beloit 14-6. That's a final. It's funny how the Twitter scores dry up over the course of the game. I think you'd still keep putting them out. Garden City over Dodge City. That's a final 30-13. Smith Center over Sacred Heart. I think we had that earlier. 48-0. It's a final. But
yeah, so some of the scores trying to get some. Yeah, the second half scores are harder to come by.
Yeah, they sure are. First quarter, they're everywhere, and you get the third, fourth quarter, that some of the enthusiasm's lost.
Now Winholtz with the kick to Burke, going to take it at the 6-yard line, up across the 20 and to the 25, 26-yard line, 27-yard line. Good return there by Gage Burke.
Yeah, got upfield, got fast, got what yardage there was, and just stepped out. Nothing wrong with that.
So 1st and 10 here for La Crosse at the 27-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see if they attack the middle a little more. They've tried the sidelines. It's just the ball just hanging up there, and like I said, maybe a little bit of wind, but whatever. But and the D, like you said, some of the Trego D-backs I think are reading it better too.
Now Burke in motion, and again, there's another penalty here on La Crosse, and they're just like I said, snowball turned to an avalanche here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, the old film study's not going to be pleasant at La Crosse this week.
No, the turnovers and the penalties have killed them. Now, Joaquini's had their own fair share of turnovers and penalties, but we had 7 turnovers tonight.
Maybe same play here.
Twins receivers to the right. Now, Morgan under pressure, going to throw over the top and almost intercepted, in and out of the hands of Wynn. That should have been intercepted.
And that's a harder ball to throw when you're on a sprint out like that. So, You almost got to wonder, you don't sprint down the field and throw some comeback patterns or something, to try to break that up a little bit.
Yeah, they're all downfield. You're right. Yeah, if you maybe a comeback, they could be wide open. They're
right,
but Joaquini's reading those.
Well,
they're playing them better.
Just get a completion and build a little confidence too, because right now they're bleeding pretty hard.
So 2nd down, 15. They give the Burke up the middle, and he's brought down. There's Dynas in there. And it looks like, Dynas with the tackle. So.
Yeah, Dynas dove in there nicely to make that stop.
And Joaquini's a young team, a lot of sophomores playing.
Yes.
And I think they've just gotten better throughout the year, that they've just kind of, the more they played, the better they're getting.
Well, I think they showed some character, because I think when they had that opening season loss to Hoxie like that, and at that point, I think people knew Hoxie was good, but maybe didn't realize how good either.
Yeah. So now Twins receivers to the right. Morgan going to roll that way, looking to throw, and he hits his man. Is it inbounds? No, they're going to call it out of bounds. Good catch there by Burke on the sideline, but going to say he's out of bounds. Morgan was close to being over the line, too, out there, it looked like. So 4th and 14, and, nothing across the middle either. Everything's been down the sideline.
Yes, everything has been. And I mean, it doesn't look like they're, safety's 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. It's not like somebody sitting back there 15 yards daring you to go down the middle.
Yeah, just a lot of just go routes down the sideline.
Right, so. And now they got tripped and he went with it. You almost got to wonder, you drag that left side tight end over the middle.
Yeah, so timeout here for La Crosse. This is a 4th down and 14. They're down big here in the fourth quarter. So.
Yeah, and they said this is the situation, not a lot of good play. You just got to complete a pass and hope somebody makes a play. And they said they've lost that ability to attack down the field.
So 32-6 our score here, fourth quarter. I think 7:44 to go. Yeah. I don't know. It's just it worked the third quarter. The scoreboard worked during the third quarter. Now we're back to something's interfering with the connection to the press box.
Yeah, Central Plains over Buckland 26-22. That was a non-district game. Like I said, I'm not seeing very many scores. It's kind of disappointing.
So Twins receivers to the right for Morgan. Now the shotgun looking to throw. Steps up, throws it across the middle. He has his man, but it's going to be short. That's Holopurek, but it's going to be short, well short of the first down. And nice job of tackling.
I thought maybe they're trying to set up a hook and ladder because they did have a guy kind of on a wheel route out there, but I really didn't have much of a chance to pitch it. It would have been just a wild. The stupid Chiefs, though, they ran that hook and ladder early in the game with two tight ends. I don't know I'd ever seen that one before, but it didn't hurt them. So.
No. Darius Brown there on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for Trego at the 30-yard line. You know, their defense came in just averaging 14 points per game, and they're kind of flexing their muscle tonight.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I mean, they've done absolutely nothing to hurt that percentage.
And they've set their offense up in good field position tonight. And there's Walt getting spun down. He may have got a yard to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Berriger on the stop there for La Crosse. And now if you're Trego, you know, we're just going to run some plays. Walt kept the ball wrapped up with both arms. You're more worried about process than you are product.
Yep, 2nd down and 9 here. I think we're under 7 minutes to go, close to it. So.
Well, we hung up for a long time there early in the fourth quarter. That's what makes me a little worried that we're not getting it accurate, but that's all right.
So now this is Walt on the carry up the middle, get a couple yards. They're stopped by Morgan and by Dornbos. So give him 4 yards. So 3rd down and 5.
About the 36-yard line here. And like you said, for them it's just ball security. If they go 2 and out, that's not the end of the world if they keep eating up clock here with the score 32-6 Trego at this point.
So, so 7:30 to go. Third and 6. Everybody in tight for Joaquini. Looking now running the option. Wynn's going to keep it. He kind of sidesteps a couple guys. He's going to have a first down the 15-yard line. And
he showed some nice quicks there. Yeah. I mean, for this point in the game, he showed nice quicks. Like, good read, like you said. But
there's a flag down now, too, right where Wynn was tackled. So
face mask.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow. So
I tell you what, this is looking like a big ring for Trego. This will not clinch the district for them. They still will play Pratt Skyline next week. I haven't seen a Pratt Skyline score tonight, but they were 2-1 in district and 3-3 overall come in the game.
Yeah.
Their district loss was to La Crosse, but I mean, they're not one of the bottom feeders of the district. So.
Yeah, so they don't quite have it wrapped up just yet, but it's close. So first down and 10, just outside the 10-yard line for the Golden Eagles. Out of this pistol set, just taking as much time as possible for run this clock off. Wynn rolling off to the right, going to pass it. He's got his tight end. That's Mysick. He's in for the score. That's Wynn's second touchdown throw of the evening. Nice job. He had a man in his face, too, and able to get that off and get it to his tight end, Mysick. So,
nice play. Nice work here. Here's the replay. They fake that little run to the left. Gets it out to Mysick. Mysick stretches out to get it over the goal line, and what happens once across the goal line doesn't matter.
Yep. So now it's 38-6. Oh, thank you. Looking for a 2-point conversion. Throw it out there, and he's got his man. Is that Winholtz out there?
That is number
3.
Three. Yep, that's Winholtz.
Winholtz for the 2-point conversion. So is it 40-6 now, and everything going Joaquini's way for sure.
Yeah, that's and finally we get someone get a PAT right too. That's nice, but that's big news for Trego. And now if their thing's going to be just ball security, don't give up anything big here with 5:33 remaining in the game.
So 40-6, our score. Let's check some of the scores on the scoreboard if we got a chance to. I think we got some popcorn up here.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. Shylin, we got that early over Triplane, 66-0.
Hoxie's up.
Yeah, got that over Quinter. I'd like to see that Scott and Pratt Skyline score just to make sure they're handling Maxville. That'll mean a little bit of something to Trego.
Yep. Rollins County over Decatur.
Right, and Rollins County next week will face Hoxie for the showdown in that district, and also I'm taking it back. Hoxie's in the MCL now. They're not in Northwest Kansas League anymore.
And Winholtz with the kick. This is Burke just going to let this go into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, now if you're La Crosse, you're transferring now from, win mode more to, let's just end the game on a positive note.
And do you have who they play next week?
I didn't.
Is it Ness?
Yeah, they play Ness next week, and Ness is one of the bottom. They're 0-6, so that'll be a get well game for them. Ness is not real far from La Crosse either, so I'm sure they'll have some nice words for each other.
5:33 left, 40-6 our score. And there's another penalty. Man, false start again on La Crosse, and it's just turned from bad to worse here this second half for La Crosse.
Yeah, Ness City, La Crosse used to be in the old WKEA league with Ransom, Quinter, Dighton. those were all days long ago.
Looking to throw. Morgan got his receiver, and that is Burke out there for the reception. Give him 4 yards, so 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, and like you said, you're lacrosse here to get some positive yardage, just in the game on a high note. So
yeah, Morgan another completion. Surely his QBR is a lot better than Russell Wilson was last night.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
If you're a Broncos fan, it was rough.
Oh,
ball on the ground, and there's Walt for the fumble recovery. That's the 5th turnover this half for lacrosse.
Yes, this is, like I said, that film study is not going to be fun. I mean, just putting the ball on the ground, penalties, and interceptions. Like I said, this might be one of them ones. As a coach, every once in a while, you just want to throw it in the trash, and maybe that's what you're going to want to do with this one.
Competitive first half, but this second half is just taking a turn.
Yes.
Now Walkini, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. The wind gives us to Walton. Boy, Burke about took the handoff there from Wynn. He makes the tackle. Give a loss of 5 on the play.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Trego, boy, cover your inside gaps. Don't let somebody shoot an inside gap like that and blow a play up.
So 2nd down and 15 now.
4:25 remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, if you're Trego, you're real happy to just possess the ball and eat clock here.
Yep. So now looking to throw.
Interesting.
And it's tipped and goes incomplete. Yeah. Yeah, they're not.
I mean, it's probably not going to affect the outcome of the game, but now you're stopping the clock, and that's the only bad thing about an incomplete pass like that. And it could have been turned over. He said it was a tip too. So
right. Yeah. Yeah, whenever it's tipped across the middle, you're looking at maybe getting that picked off. But.
Yeah, sometimes you got to let the kids have fun, I guess. But
so 2nd down, 15 for the Golden Eagles. Receiver split each way. Wynn looking to throw. There's a flag down, and just behind his receiver, tipped out of there by Grumbine. He'll get his hand in there, breaks that pass up. So a hold, though, looks like. Going to bring this all the way back to the 27, 28-yard line.
Yeah, be really surprised, boy, if you're Trego, just run some draw plays. Just
right. Just keep this clock. I don't know what the clock is at. It's at 9 minutes, it sounds.
Oh, no. It's back to that again, huh?
Yeah. Now it comes back to life, though. Woodoo got the score, 40-6. So in motion is Smith, and now they're kind of running a reverse to Winholtz. He's got the corner, gets to the 20, gets pushed out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
Like I said, I know it's all about having fun at this point. Nothing wrong with reverse there. It's a pretty low-risk play, but you ran out of bounds.
Right.
So
just under 4 minutes to go, I think.
Yes, few college scores. Tulane beat Memphis tonight 31-21. Fresno State's had a Utah State 28-17 in the third quarter. Coach Prime's on the field tonight. His team, the Colorado Buffaloes, already scored a touchdown. They lead Stanford 7-0 pretty early. So you get home tonight, want to watch a game, you can turn it on ESPN.
Well, I wonder if they got any snow over there.
Could Boulder. Be, yeah. They were talking about that in the pregame,
yeah. So 4th and 15, I think. So now they're looking just, under 4 minutes to go. Yeah, an official timeout, though.
Yeah, that was official timeout.
Yeah.
I was
trying to see what.
The officials have had to deal with some adversity tonight with the score
Yeah.
clock, so, I mean, it's not been an easy night for them.
Well, I think maybe they're down. Yeah. I don't know if somebody had to leave the game. Not for sure. They were looking towards the sideline. So 4th and 15. Wynn looking to throw. Avoids the rush. Throws across the middle. He's got his man, Sampson. And Sampson fights in for the score.
Wow.
Nice job there by Sampson.
It's like about a 17-yard scoring strike there.
That's the third touchdown throw for Wynn tonight. Sampson, his second touchdown reception. And Wynn's putting a nice night together. Three touchdown score or throws and a touchdown run and interception.
Yeah, this is the kind of score that will resonate across the old 8-man talking boards here. That I said Trego had a tough start, but now they are coming together. It's a young team that's gelling at the right time.
And this is Walt in for the score, 48-6, but we do have a flag down. Holding on Trego, so they're going to have to retry this. So I've seen a lot of JV games in 8-man and even an 11-man getting canceled because I think they don't have the players.
Yes.
I don't know if these two will be able to play their JV game on Monday. It's just kind of what we're dealing with. I think just low numbers and.
Yeah, a lot of these schools don't have the numbers they used to have. I mean, obviously, both these schools wasn't that long ago. They were playing 11-man football, and just the plight of our rural schools right now.
Yeah.
So, but boy, I like to see them play those JV games whenever they can.
And this is Wynn rolling out the throw across his body, throws it up, and it's picked off in the end zone by Grumbine. So our score remains still 46-6, 3:46 left to go in this fourth quarter. But Joaquini really putting it on lacrosse right now.
Yes, they are. Final score, number 5, Mineola 74, Hodgman County 40. Good old 8-man shootout there.
Yeah.
Hodgman County's Jetmore. They've had their share of football glory over the years. So. It was interesting, wasn't that long ago, Mineola combined with Fowler, and then they split the sheet, which it's kind of an unusual situation. But so there's that.
Yeah, I wonder if there's I get an update on the Hayes game. They were up 27-20 last I seen. As Windholz is set to kick this off. And back deep, I think, is maybe Morgan this time for lacrosse.
Yeah, I'm having trouble finding on Hayes High.
So there's Windholz's kick is going to go deep, and that's our Dornbos. And he just lets that go into the end zone.
It's a nice kickoff, though. It gets enough angle where Dornbos can't catch it and has enough topspin to get it in the end zone.
Yeah. So, 1st and 10, 15. Still looks like maybe some of the younger kids maybe getting in now, maybe.
Yeah, and like you said, and
they don't
you don't want injuries, but I mean,
right.
But if you're not going to play a game Monday night, by all means, let's get them in now.
Morgan still at quarterback, and this is a give to Burke off the left side. Lowers his head, gets across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
brought down out there by Dinas.
So,
Graydon Dinas, a 6'3", 181-pound junior.
yeah, just one senior on the defensive starters for Joaquini. And offensively, just two seniors. So
Right.
They only have two seniors.
Walt's had a big game offensively tonight, though, too. So,
and now this is Burke off the right side. And nice job there by Winholtz, just stringing it out, making the tackle. Going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
yeah, it looks like Trego's still got quite a few of their varsity guys out there. So,
Loss of 2 will bring up 3rd down and 6.
So this fourth quarter is taking quite a bit. A lot of scoring here from Joaquini. So just under 3 minutes to go.
yeah, that does slow it down a little bit. But Joaquini certainly earned this tonight. They've limited mistakes in the second half. They, both teams had their share of mistakes in the first half.
So 3rd down and 7. Burke now motions out Twins receiver to the right. Morgan is going to take it off the left side. And nice job of getting low on that tackle by that's Brown out there. But it's going to be close to a first down. He's going to be just short, so 4th down and 1. I will try to find this Hayes High score.
55 remaining in the ballgame.
So Hayes 34, Liberal 26, fourth quarter, looks like what I've got.
Sounds like an exciting finish to that ball game. Quarterback goes left here.
And another good tackle there by Brown out there, but Morgan's going to have enough for the first down. Morgan a little slow to get up there. Yeah, so it looks like, I don't know how much time's left, but 34-26, Hayes on top of Liberal.
Be 1st and 10 Leopards at their own 29. Like I said, clock draining away here at Trego.
2:19, I think, left to go.
Big senior night for the Golden Eagles.
2 tights here for Morgan. Going to keep it himself and brought down in the backfield. That's Sampson.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing Morgan down for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, I'm not sure who Morgan was reading there. And like I said, at this point in the game, it's going to get a little sloppy. But I thought a lot of times you're reading that outside linebacker, that D, that I thought that would who had been reading. But, of course, could have been reading the front side too.
Yep. So, yeah, La Crosse is taking their time now. 1:30 to go in this game, and this will wrap up tonight for sure. You know, a tough ball game. It was close in the first half. Just got out of hand in the second half for La Crosse, but good job by Joaquini. You know, they played tough defense throughout the night and found a little bit something there on offense.
Yes, you know, we knew that was their calling card coming into this game. You know, giving up 6 points to La Crosse is there's no shame at all in that. Like I said, the 3 previous games they had a shutout. The game before that was 6 points to Stockton, and that was not on an offensive play that they scored on in the Stockton game. Trego strung together a series of impressive defensive wins. And here's the thing, defense will play this time of year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as weather gets bad, defense will play.
So this could be the last play of the ball game. Morgan just rolls out and going to lose some yards. They're going to keep that clock
Good call by the side judge here. Good call.
So big win here for the Golden Eagles. That goes a long way to securing their first district title in over 20 years. They still got to play Pratt Skyline, but they'll probably be heavy favorites in that ball game. But a big win tonight for the Golden Eagles, 46-6. Quite impressive there that second half.
Yeah, like I said, Trego continued to play really strong defense in this game, cut down on the mistakes in the second half. La Crosse, It's a frustration mounted that they weren't able to move the ball like they expected to. They continue to make the mistakes, and like I said, it will not be a fun film session in lacrosse this week.
Yeah, lacrosse 5 turnovers on the night. Big game for Ashton Wynn. He threw for 3 touchdowns, ran for another, also had an interception on defense.
Yeah,
Aaron Sampson, 2 touchdown receptions, and Quentin Walt, 3 touchdown runs.
Right. Yeah, a nice variety of ways that the Trego team attacked.
We'll get one last check here on the scores, get you updated before we take off for tonight. Like I said, I think the last score that I got from Hayes High was 34-26. So,
all right, it says overtime in Liberal, 34 Hayes, 34 Liberal. So,
wow.
Well, now we know at least that we can follow Liberal Redskins here. Maybe we can get a score for that before we go off the air.
And Hoxie all over Quinter and Shylin, a big win over Tri-Plains there.
Here,
still, we don't get I'm guessing Hill City took care of Stockton, and then we've got that score flipped. Still, Clifton Clyde with the 58-6 winner over Rock Hills. Thunder Ridge and St. Francis there. Atwood beat Oberlin tonight. Plainville over Stanton County. Victoria over Sylvan Lucas. Smith Center over Sacred Heart. And Ellis, big win tonight over Republic County. And Colby over Lakin. There's a little difference in size of schools there.
No doubt. Liberal scored in the first overtime, and they also got the PAT, so they're ahead 41-34, but Hayes will now get the ball. So it's not not lost for the Indians, but
boy, man, that they must have scored just right at the end to tie it.
Yeah, Big Mo might be on Liberal side right now.
Great Bend big win over Ulysses, and Garden City beat Dodge City. Garden City's hoping Hayes can pull that off and be a 3-way tie. So
Hayes responds with a 10-yard run. Extra point is good, so they're tied 41 all after the first overtime session.
So second overtime they go, and man, we might have to do play-by-play if they had
I just say
video.
Liberal Redskins Twitter is staying active, helping us out here tonight. So
for sure. But
they got a quick
that's
follow.
That's going to be a wild game down there in Liberal, and see who comes out on top. But no question, this ball game, it was all Waukegan tonight, 46-6 over Lacrosse.
You know, the funny thing, you go back to the beginning of the game, Lacrosse did score first on a 28-yard pass from Morgan to Holoperic, and they missed the PAT, and boy, it just slowly dripped away from them in the second half. Just wasn't very pretty. So
next week we'll be in Russell for Norton at Russell. Norton with a win tonight over TMP remains undefeated. Didn't get a score on Russell and Phillipsburg, but Russell in the hunt for a playoff. I think Norton's probably clinched one so far, but they'd like to finish on top of that district for sure, going for a seeding going into playoffs. But big MCL meet ball game next week here on Nex-Tech Game Time. Pregame starts at 6:45 and we'll kick off at 7. So thank you for tuning in tonight. Hope to see you next week at Russell. And as always, thanks for watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.